Shit, game deeper than seaweed riding this motherfucker. Hey, tell it! Yeah, what's pop locking? This your friendly neighborhood player partner, Sugar Free, and this is my secret congregation, you know. My nigga Beta, my nigga Magnificent, you know what I'm talking about, sideways, up in here. Watch this. Man, hey! Watch these niggas.
Highly anticipated, it's that triple X rated native. Fresh off the pavement where she beats her feet for weeks and then she pays them. Ooh, me, the bitch manipulated. These squares make it hard to breathe, so the game is mine. Hey, it's major. Pimping whenever I deal with women. My folks, yeah, they be digging on this game I be spilling. But listen, I'm living in a whole nother dimension on the side of the map where you have to keep it pimping and to hang with us. You gotta speak our languages. None of that green shit lame. If you need some game, we got a game. Blaming it on the bitch, it ain't ever my fault. I'm a pimp. Until the day they knock me off, then I chop it up as a loss. It's not VA to a boss. She gotta pay me it all. See, that's how I be playing, boy. Whoa, big face ass bitch. Too much of that lipstick will get you sick. And quit staring at my pockets, bitch. You're not finna get none of this. You already know, man. We keeping it all the way pimpin' for the millennium. You feel me? Right. Sugar Free, what's up with it, pimp?
Shit, nigga, I ain't bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 P's in the bucket, you dig? And we just gonna do our thing.
Right?
That's it. We just gonna do our thing, you feel me? Hey, Magnificent, breathe on them, pimp. Bitch, you know you dealing with my game's potent, that's why you feeling it. If I bottled it up and put on the shelf, then minors would be stealing it. The government would outlaw it and say you can have it without concealing it. Niggas will be on the corner with bags of it, dealing it. While they riding stock, I'm supplying cocky, big willing it, then billing it. Away from here, too many squares, green shit is contagious. If you better than that's green, you need vaccine to clean the vapors. The vapors, yeah, the vapors coming and seeing that most these haters mad cause their girl turned hoe and paid us. Navigators, 22s, alligators on these shoes, bitch using agitator. Get out of here, shoot. Worried about what I do, you do what them flies do. Stay on that bullshit. The game was becoming endangered until Mac came to spit. All of a sudden, no more button, only home run hits. Somebody go run quick. Tell them the game has just been rescued. Shit, bless you, it's cool. That's me, thank you.
Yeah, man. You know, some bona fide and qualified P's, man. Holding it down in this game like an anchor, you feel me? From the block to the bully, you know, we gonna go hard. This is what we do, you know? It's like politics to a senator. We know this shit. This is our occupation. Game. Not for the weak-hearted or simple-minded. Yeah.
I started that beat shit, nigga. Nigga, this shit came way from over there, nigga. Y'all know where this shit came from, nigga. I started that beat shit, nigga. What none of y'all niggas think about none of that shit, nigga. Nigga, this shit free the motherfucking pimp, nigga. Nigga, ride with me, nigga. Ride with me, nigga. Ride with me, nigga. Nigga, ride with me, nigga. Nigga, ride with me, nigga. Ride with me, nigga.
Man, listen, man, what's going on with them likes? Come on, man. Stop playing with the game. It's 98 people, but it's only 62, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Get them likes up, man. Seriously. My brother, I'm about to bring him in after everything is cool. You know, but let's get the likes up, people. Come on. I'm going to play another classic. Come on.
Dre rock the jewelry with the clear stones and get on the nigga head like some earphones. I'm finna spit it with a clear tone, get your attention. And the biggest thing is the TV invention. Dope is Zola, a big shot to show off. Plus I'm a big pimp, I get toe off. I could get job, she need a good jaw to sell BJs to her mouth get raw. I'm from the California coast, beaches and bridges. Hit the cot, get ghost. I don't be sleeping with bitches. I got a cool nut, sitting on wires, on Vogues. Bitch, not Michelin tires. Can't control my desires. I buy from Nordstrom's, not Fred Meyers. I do a lot of weed, love my suppliers. Keep it, fuck the blood, out my suppliers. Man, I'm bigger than life. I do it magnum. About these dope bitches, I'm through it having them. Trey Bogart, he shoving, he push. And start a woe for nothing like C.W. Bush. We be loving the kush, but only in the backwood. Without a backwood, it ain't all that good. I'm from the streets where most need heat, but I slice a nigga up like roast beef meat. I can bust you a rap, and anything else, nothing my job. I'll pay your cap back, but anything else, not my job. I get you for racks, And anything else, not my job. I make you a slap, but anything else, it's not my job.
Bitch don't ask me to come with her to the grocery shop. I told her straight up like this, no sorry, bye. That's not my job. I don't do that. I'm a pimp slash rapper. I thought you knew that. And we don't do that. Should I serve him the news and let him know he's finna be walking in some brand new shoes? Ooh, you a fool. Gotta watch thyself. One false move, you can stop thyself. Sometimes I'm not myself. I'm another man. I'm a rock star in another band. Plus I'm the man with the plan in his hand. Soon we'll be all playing in sand. Cause to my estimations and calculations and all the money I made off the rompulation, and to get as many digits that's on my license plate and shit on some of these midgets, bitch, I can't wait.
I can bust you a rap, but anything else, it's not my job. I'll pay your cap back, but anything else, not my job. I'll get you for racks, but anything else, not my job. I'll make you a slap, but anything else, it's not my job.
When I dip, they trip off with fro dressed in. Plus I got a mouth full of girls' best friend. I'm a back to the future, new game kind of nigga. Y'all lames is plain, drinking the same kind of liquor, wearing the same kind of clothes, fucking the same kind of hoes, and you dead rock pimping, meaning your game's kind of old. You don't want it with me, I'll bother ya, so get lost, pal, before I clobber ya. Golden gloves, I give you a new look with a stiff left and a sharp right hook. Niggas no snitches, they ride and they go with them. It's all gravy, as long as they don't tell on them. Me and my team, see we a machine. You fuck with my mans and I'ma have to intervene. I'm a sport coat and a Sancho, always looking out for Benny Blanco.
I see y'all still kind of dragging y'all feet. Plus, I'm going to give some time. I'm going to give you a minute or two, man, for some more people to come in here. Get them likes up, man, before I get my brother in here. It's 138 people up in here, and it's only 101 likes. Everybody hit the like button, man. Let me play another classic. Come on.
I'm dip when they see me, dip when they see me. They don't wanna see me, don't wanna see me. These niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me. I'm dip when they see me, dip when they see me. They don't wanna see me, don't wanna see me. These niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me.
I smoke back with blunts cause they the most expensive. Me no work, don't touch no nuts and wrenches. You always see me shopping like it's Christmas. I'm always tree shopping like it's Christmas. Miami my witness, I'm clammy relentless. Yes, I pimp bitch, no I didn't rent this. I'm showing no interest in them girls that's broke. You need banging, thankful for all the smoke. Jumbo prawns and Australian lobster, I want everything life has to offer. Coppers jealous, cause me and my fellas eat fillets, no more hot dogs and relish. 2 sets of grills, 2 sets of wheels. Whatever I feel, I do sex and pills. Coogee in the winter with the matching beanie, eating a queenie. I'm dipped when they see me.
Dip when they see me, dip when they see me. They don't wanna see me, don't wanna see me. These niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me, these niggas wanna be me. I'm dip when they see me, dip when they see me. They don't wanna see me.
And just because I feel like it, just because I feel like it, come on, man. Just for 2 seconds, come on with me.
Acid, booze, and gas, needles, guns, and grass. Acid, booze, and gas, needles, guns, and grass. There is a song for you. There is a song for you. There is a song for you.
They say Benzes roll, Beamers jet, and caddies keep on dipping. Well, I must be tripping. I'm in the old school pie flipping, selling them high jipping, tending to my pimping. Time slipping, late, I'm on my way. Not enough hours in the day to be Dre. I'm El Presidente. I run things, tote gun things, and never run from things.
brave part, but I'm not Mel Gibson. I'm dope like coke that was cooked in the kitchen. Dabbing revolution, stabbing, and I'm ghosting. Mini me laptops, mini beats that knock. Lots of hemp, lobster, not shrimp. Big perms, maybe I pimps on, baby. Always shopping, no more hall mopping. Hella Nikes with Gucci, hella nights with Gucci.
Tell baby play Casper, we friendly, ghosts on them. After your host on them, she a team player, I play coach on them. Like a doobie in a jump, play roach on them. Won't smoke on them if it ain't dollar, la 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 la, lots of notes on them. C status, won't holler till it's G status. I'm cutthroat, 3C savage. Whatever me want, me have it, see me lavish. Yo trash might be cash, give me that bitch. Like Lil Mama in labor, I push puss. That's real talk, all squeal talk, cuz. Rather fucking cut one jig all now, bitch, wasn't enough. To this day, won't love, won't get paid. And for you, hear a song like the bitch say.
Now I can talk a bitch brain out of the noggin and slide across thin ice like toboggans. Whistle be a fool before we get to snobbing. Bitch quit sobbing, get a trick dick throbbing. Now you could be a sidekick like Batman or Robin on All-Star. Pimp shit, that beat got her robbing. Her head don't stop, like she keep on nodding. And all I do is collect and sell the product. I knock a vape watch, bitch dipped in Prada. And still check all of it, every dollar. And I don't even call, but they hear me holler. And yeah, that bitch trainer run game on scholar. Get it for your father, don't even bother. A bitch circus overload, I won't stop her. Bitch not stop, hold up robotic. And every piece of dough that bitch touch, I got it.
Oh my God. Why did he come? Why did he go that hard? You know what I mean? Why did he go that hard on that? Yeah, I would have to agree. I would have to agree, bro. Seriously, I really would. Dre came so hard, but dude's last verse, man, was just, it just hit you in the chest. I can't lie on that. You know what I mean? Can't lie on that. Hold on. Without further ado, though. I know y'all like, well, damn, Sam ain't gonna even, he done turned the shit into a concert. Hold on. Hold on, man. Let me call the pimpin'. Give me a minute. I ain't gonna lie, after like listening to you know, some Free, some Dre, it'll sit up there, man, and put you in the mood. It really will. All right, let me call, bro. See what I mean? I ain't even have to mean. I didn't even have to say nothing. They coming in here already voting for Carl over the Darnell Jones, though. Yeah. I ain't even had to say nothing, and they coming in on it, man. For those that didn't see the last video, me and Freeze for years, man, we always would go back, you know, and forth who had a better album between Carl Thomas' Emotional and Darnell Jones' Where I Wanna Be. And of course, Freeze, he think Darnell Jones' Where I Wanna Be is better than Carl Thomas' Emotional. I would have to say no. And then we gonna have to, me and him one day gonna have to go live, even on some like hip hop battles. You know what I mean? Seriously, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of things me and him disagree on. So, you know, we'll let the people decide. One time, I remember it was something, man. We'd even had a cool little boxing debate. I think bro had said something. He had said something about Floyd or something. I don't know. I had to remember that. But yeah, in the future, you know, man, me and bro gonna have to go live, man, with some of our debates and let you see how me and him go back and forth, and then let the people decide. You know, you said right. Darnell from Chicago. Shit, Carl Thomas from Chicago too.
Yeah, they both Chicago.
Yeah, they both from the shop. Yeah, that's all Chicago right there.
Just one of them got a better album than the other one. You dig? They both of their albums is good, but you know, one of them is just better than the other. That's all. You know.
Hey man, if anybody sit up there, you understand me, and listen to that Carl Thomas emotional. I don't know who calling me. It ain't time to call in right. Hold on, I didn't tell you to. God damn, you know, I didn't tell you to call in just yet. You know, as Elder Collins would say, slow down, young grasshopper. You gonna get your turn. You know, I didn't know Carl was from the Chi. Yeah, he from the Chi. Uh-huh.
Yeah. They probably just thinking because he was signed a bad boy that he was from the East Coast, but nah.
Yeah.
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 Anybody who know about Carl know he's from Chicago.
Yeah, man. Man, blessings to everybody. If you just got in, please hit the like button right now. Don't even waste no time. Hit the like button. You know what I mean? Definitely hit the share button. Let me just hurry up and get dead to it
Yeah,
because
there's some smart ladies in the chat. You know what I mean? Helena, you know, down there.
Okay, hold on. Who need to be?
Lorraine.
Hold on. Who need to be blocked?
I want to be is a classic, no skipping song.
Hold on. Who need to be blocked? Okay, Helena need to be blocked. Hold on.
Look at bro.
Hold on. Let me.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. Let me.
I already know what's up.
Okay.
I already know what's up too.
Okay. Who didn't agree with Freeze behind closed doors? Freeze talk to y'all.
Bank.
But see, this is what I want to say. A lot of them don't even know, and this is the reason why bro gonna get some votes. And I told him this, and this is real. Some of y'all never even heard Carl Thomas' emotional album. And then some of y'all never really heard Darnell Jones' Where I Want to Be album. You going off the single, and y'all comparing singles because the album is named after singles. And to some of y'all, of course, you know, Where I Want to Be is a better song than the emotional song. You know what I mean? That's all that is. But we talking about albums, though. You got to listen to the album. You know, not just the singles, man. You know, the album. Where I Want to Be album, classic. See, that's how I know you don't know. They both classics. It's just one more, a little more classier than the other, man. You know? Right. See, he said, Carl, it's better if you know, right, if you know music. Right, bro. That's all I needed, man. You know, when you know music.
Why you don't have to be like a music scholar, you know what I mean? You don't have to have a
bro, why you keep
degree in music.
No disrespect, bro, but why you keep asking me, do I know Minister Seymour, bro? I don't know Minister Seymour, bro. Was it like a necessity that I know him? Like what's going on? Was it? Am I gonna gain something? What's gonna happen? Like you keep asking me that, bro. Why you keep asking me? Do I know Minister Seymour? Nah, I don't know that man.
Right. Look at J.J. Daniels. I stopped listening to R&B after Where I Want to Be. That was a real smooth classic album. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah,
sound like the song was fucked up if you stopped listening. But
nah, you know, that's a big standard. That's my mistake. I think Where I Want to Be came out before that emotional. You know what I mean? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, see, it's a whole bunch of people that don't even know music talking.
Now they don't know music.
Seriously, just my opinion. Comments like comments.
Why you doing your audience like that, man?
No. Look what he said. But look what he said. He said you can't put Carl Thomas with Darnell Jones. Why?
Right? Why not? They both of them albums was hot at the time, but see, I just remember how the ladies was, you know what I mean, at that time. You know, like I tell anybody who didn't listen to me before, they know that the only square job that I ever had was at Target. And I was working at Target when both of them albums came out, you know what I mean? And because they came out around the same time.
Yeah.
And I just remember how the ladies was coming up in there, you know what I mean? They like, oh, I got to, you know, because back then, this is so old, you know, everybody didn't have a CD player in their car at that time. A lot of people still had cassette players in their car, you know what I mean? But they had a CD player at the house. So a lot of ladies, you know what I mean, when it came to that Where I Want to Be album, they bought 2 copies. They wasn't dubbing it. They could have easily dubbed it, but
Yeah.
no, they bought a cassette copy for the car. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of ladies back then, you know what I mean, young 19, 20-year-old ladies, you know, y'all was riding them Honda Civics, and cute little Honda Accords and shit like that. You know what I mean? With the tape player in there. And, you know, they got the tape player, the cassette copy for the car.
That
and the
nigga
CD copy
said,
for the house, man.
say
They
what
wasn't
you
doing
want.
all that with Carl Thomas. You
He
did?
said, say what you want, but that, you, hold on. What did he say? I don't want to touch the thing. He's called that song trash. He said that Darnell song was trash. Right, but see, this all I want to say, right? I want on your spare time, go back and listen to Darnell Jones, Where I Want to Be, the whole album. Then go listen to Carl Thomas, the emotional album. Some of y'all gonna come back and you be like, you know what? Damn, that nigga Sin never wrong, man. Like, I gotta repent for what I said, man. For real, just go back and listen to the Carl Thomas emotional album and just come back and apologize. It's okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? I already saying I was wrong, man. You know, Freeze just had me caught up in the emotion. Right. Cause that's what Freeze do. He get you caught up in the emotion. You know what I mean? But you know, once you get with this pimping, you understand? Once you get with the pimping, you're gonna see that Sin was right the whole time. But
Now, I can't front, though. See, the genie talking about summer rain. I can't even front, man. You know, I had me a cool little bitch I was fucking with, man, when that summer rain came out, man.
yeah,
You know, that was good times, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that summer rain was the joint. The
yeah,
whole album, see, I don't want people to get it fucked up. I'm not saying that Emotional was a whack album. That album was harder than a motherfucker.
yeah.
It's just, it ain't better than that Donnell Jones, man. That Where I Want to Be.
That man said that Carl Thomas and Darnell Jones got the same tone. That's when I stopped. That's when I knew that, you know, y'all don't know music. Darnell Jones does not sound anything like Carl.
That's when now see, I ain't gonna lie, that made me feel like Michael Jordan. That's when I took it personal.
Right. That's how I feel the whole time. I was like, I feel like Jordan right now. And you know, Freeze had gave his opinion, and then they start agreeing with Freeze, and that's all I needed. That's all I needed. You know what I mean? That's when I took it personal. I'm gonna be just like Jordan. I'm taking everything personal. Hold on. But let's get to the questions, man. So the people will be able to call in. Man, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna be able to get through all of these questions tonight. Y'all been really active in the DM, and I appreciate you guys, man. All I do is to go through them. You know, the ones that's not Bibles. You know, because some of y'all do be writing scrolls. But the ones that's, you know, some cool little questions, you know, I'll sit up there, you know what I mean, and answer. And matter of fact, I'm gonna let Freeze answer this first. What's the longest a pimp ever maintained a hoe? I'm gonna say that again. What's the what you should have said that we know of, because I mean, but what's the longest a pimp ever maintained a hoe? To your knowledge, P.
That I know of, I want to say like somewhere about 25 years.
25 years?
Yeah.
I would have to say on mine, damn near like 40 something years, because Hook the Crook been having his woman for decades. You know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't even think about him. Yeah.
Yeah, Hook the Crook
Yeah,
been
all right.
Hook the Crook been having his woman longer than cause Shantae had that one bride for 25 years.
Right, that's what I was thinking of.
And Hook the Crook and his woman, I think they was in the game. I want to say damn near 30, but as far as being together, because they're still together and they're no longer active in the game, and he has had that woman for over 40 some years. They're married now, you know. And another thing I like
Right.
about Hook the Crook is Hook the Crook has some of his toys from when he was active. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hook the Crook he still got his Rolls Royce. I think he
Right.
still got his Bentley. And I think his wife, she still got, her Benz. She still got jewelry from, when she was hoeing. They still got some beautiful toys from when they was in the game. And I can't lie, I just love their story, because their story is completely contrary to what has been painted, by society of us to the world, because they make it seem like the pimping, he just gonna manipulate the bitch, he gonna get everything that he want, and once he get everything he want, he kick the bitch to the curb. She old, bitter, disgusted, and busted. He still fly and old, having it his way, messing with young broads, and the bitch, she just old on drugs, beat up and washed up. That's how they make it seem, and that's not what it is. So, to my knowledge, I haven't seen anybody maintain a hoe longer than Hook the Crook. Nah. Now I might be wrong. It might, be some older P's that know somebody else in that range. But to my knowledge, I would have to say Hook the Crook.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot all about him. I'm friends with Hook the Crook on one of my Facebook pages. I don't remember which one. That might be a couple of them, but yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, that's to my knowledge.
It's cool because you can, like you said, they live in proof that their lifestyle is contrary to the narrative, and like if you're
Right.
friends with them on Facebook, you can see they be having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They be taking trips, they be, going to events together, concerts, all that type of shit. Like they be having a lot of fun in their older age, you know what I mean? Like
and they and
it's
they
cool to
still
see.
and they still be going to pimping whole functions too. You know what I mean? Like
Right, right.
they will still pull up on the pimping and hoeing though. You know what I mean? So I just got the utmost respect for them, man. They give me a lot of motivation, just seeing them together. Because their pimping and hoeing, is truly a fairy tale, man. You know what I mean? It's they're still together, still to this day, and that's beautiful. But under them, you got some pimps that had broads for 15 years, 20 years, 20 something years. I can name people in that range, but as far as the longest, like I said, I don't know nobody that had somebody longer than Hook the Crook, to my knowledge. If it's
Right.
an older P or older representative of the game that know of somebody that's longer, then correct me, bless me. But to my knowledge, it would be him. Um, and
He
that,
said Johnny Dollar and Mrs. Dollar or Miss Dollar.
how long has Johnny Dollar been with? How long Johnny Dollar been maintaining her? James. I mean, Jimmy's. Is that how you say your name?
Well, he's saying Sir Texas, Sir Texas D to P.
Sir Texas. Mm. Make me think of Texas Pimp. He ain't been on here in a while.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I can move on, man. To my knowledge, that's the longest. 40 some years. My
Mm-hmm.
pops too. I'm an offspring of this game. Oh, okay. How long have your father and your mother been together? Player Bird. How long your mother and father been together? They still together? That's what's up. Yeah, but like I said, man, that's a cold record right there, man. Having somebody being with somebody coming from this lifestyle, being together for over 40 some years, man. Oh, you said 25 years? Oh, okay. So yeah, Hook the Crook would still be number one. It's just that your mom and pops they in that category. Okay. And they still together. Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, blessings to that, man. You know what I mean? Okay, then you come up in this shit. That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, you said 30 plus? Yeah, so okay, Hook the Crook will still have the record. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But person went on to say, do you know of any pimps that have children that are successful, or are they all in the streets? You meant to, you just you know, you forgot that two L's on the all, you know. But I'm not gonna hold that against you. But you probably was typing fast, amen. But bro, do you want to answer that first?
Yeah, it's quite a few, but uh, of course, one of the greatest examples that I know of is, of course, bro Andre Taylor.
Yeah.
He got a son that graduated from Yale. Uh, he got a daughter, I think. Did she graduate from was it Berkeley or Stanford?
Yeah, Berkeley. Mm-hmm.
Berkeley. Okay, yeah.
So you got Yale and you
And,
got Berkeley. Mm-hmm. And the
right.
son that graduated from Yale is also a minister. Mm-hmm.
Right. And then Kenny Red, he got to my recollection, he got two sons, I think, that graduated college.
Yeah.
It's just
And he got one son, and he got a third son that's in school now and playing football. Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Yeah, K Red was an excellent father, and it showed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I mean? His daughter, I believe they still together. Yeah, his daughter
married to be legit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
it's a lot of pimps whose children didn't end up in the streets.
Right. Right. And of course, you went on to ask, what would you want your children to be? I'm gonna let Freeze answer that as well. P, what would you want your children to be? Would you want your children to be in the game, or would you want your children to be squares? How would you want your children?
No, of course not. I wouldn't want them to be in the game, especially the way the game is now and the direction that things are going in. Not just the individuals in the game, but the laws and the way society views the game. It's damn near mission impossible for because mine won't be grown for like another like 6 and 7 years. So by that time I don't even want to imagine how the game is going to look at that time. Especially for somebody just coming into the game and trying to get their feet wet at that time. Like, nah. But then not just that, but see, like I tell people all the time, as far as the game goes, a lot of us who got involved in the game, that's been in the game, 10 plus years, we didn't have a lot of the opportunities. And even 10 years ago, people in the game had, or people that were grown at that time, that, were coming of age at that time, they still had a lot more opportunities, but people that was in the streets back in the days didn't have nearly as many opportunities as are available right now. And I could just imagine what kind of opportunities are going to be available, 6 and 7 years from now. So with that in mind, it wouldn't make sense for a young person, not just my kids, but really anybody. It wouldn't make sense because it's just so many better options. I mean, the game is beautiful. The information is a beautiful thing, but just partaking in the game, you still have people that, you always gonna have people that come from rough circumstances that end up in the game, and that's how most of us end up in the game. Most of us, not all of us, but most of us end up in the game, as a result of being in a rough circumstance. And we get introduced to the game, and it brings the best out of a lot of us. Now, if my children decided to get into the game and they were just dead set, had their mind on that, I wouldn't try to force them to not be in the game or anything like that. If I understood that, they had their mind made up, they're not gonna do nothing else, then, of course from there I'm gonna do my best to just make sure that they wise about what they do and that they informed about what they do. And that really goes for any decision that they make in life. I can sit here and say that I would want them to be doctors and lawyers and all that type of shit, but ultimately I want them to be whatever they want to be and be excellent at it.
Right. Right. I mean, y'all should already know that in the future, I would love to raise my children in the beauty of holiness. I would love to raise my children, in the Word of God. I would love to give them the childhood that, I should have had or wanted to have, for that matter. But reality is that, the game is needed in everything that you do. Now, I don't want to, ruffle some feathers here, but no matter what I'm doing in the future, my children will always be around this game. I'm going to always teach my children this game because it's a necessity no matter what lifestyle that you live. I don't look at the game like most people in the game look at it as. I don't, of course, want my children to be in criminality, but at the same time, for them to avoid a lot of misunderstandings that I went through, Freeze went through, others went through, I think that they can avoid that by me blessing them with an outstanding understanding concerning this game. So, preacher, teacher, active pimp, whatever I'm doing at that time, my children gonna be raised with this game, you know. And I know a lot of squares would be like, "Oh no, you would teach your children?" Hell yeah. So they're gonna be laced with this. They're gonna be laced with this game. So if they ever decided to participate, they wouldn't have. Put it like this: they wouldn't have to sit up there and go to YouTube or read a book from somebody that's embellishing they pimping or their hoeing. They can speak to their father. And of course, that's not what I want them to do. I don't want my children repeating history. I want to put them in position so they can make history. But foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. And if children decide to deviate from what I taught as far as righteousness and things that's positive, my love won't change. My love won't decrease because my daughter decided to be a hoe. My love won't decrease because my son decided to be a pimp. It's not going to decrease if they decided to go contrary to their father's wishes. My daughter ain't going to be scared to pick up the phone and call her father, and feel suicidal because she felt like she wanted to be a hoe. Of course, she would be going backwards, and this is not what her father desires for. But no, she won't never have that feeling. Father ain't gonna love me no more because I've been on the blade or I did some dates and what I mean. Girl, your mama used to do dates, but now, to make a long story short, what I mean, I'm gonna love my children no matter what. There's no expiration date on the love that I have, for my babies. So whatever they do in life, I just want them to take this game with them. Father, I want to be an astronaut. Take this game with you. So, Father, I'm about to be a fireman. Take this game with you, son. Daddy, I'm about to be a lawyer. Take this game with you. I'm about to be a preacher. Take this game with you. So no matter, what they doing in life, they gonna have to take this game with them. You know. So it is what it is. That's my answer to that. And I know a lot of square, oh my God, he wants to teach his children the game. Well, if I taught other people's sons and daughters the game, why wouldn't I teach mine? Why wouldn't I
Right.
bless my
Yeah,
children
they
with the game? Go
they,
ahead.
they a lot of people think that the game is exclusive to the streets, but this game transcends through all aspects of life if you know how to apply it accordingly. And people, I guess for some reason, people think that we just cultivate our kids' minds and straight pimping and hoeing like I'm just around my kids playing sugar free, what I mean, and all that old type of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
my kids don't hear me curse. When I'm around them, they around me. They, it's no movies with foul language. There's
These
no
are facts.
music with foul language.
These are facts.
It's none of that, because I want to be better than my parents were with me, and I don't have no hard feelings or anything about how my parents raised me. They wasn't perfect, but I appreciate the imperfections that took place when I was being raised by my mother and my father. Collectively, they weren't together throughout my entire life, but they both was in my life.
Right.
So, but now, like I said, I appreciate all the imperfections, but that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be better than your parents were. Now, fortunately for mine, I stopped drinking when they was babies. They was toddlers when I stopped drinking and smoking weed and all that type of stuff. So, they don't see things like, and my parents were squares. Neither one of my parents was in the game, but I saw them drinking alcohol, getting drunk, making, unwise decisions, saying shit that you shouldn't say to your child, treating your child in a way that you shouldn't treat your child. I didn't experience things like that, but it's other kids, even kids in my family, like cousins of mine, who my uncles and aunties, put through much worse than what I went through. So, but I say all that to say, those things make me want to be better with mine. So, like I said, my kids, they ain't never seen me smoke or drink nothing.
Nope.
They don't hear me curse. They don't see me playing music with foul language in it.
Nope.
And I have, and even with them being, my son is 12, my daughter about to be 11. Even with them being as young as they are, I still have like real, mature conversations with them about, how they need to view life, them understanding. That's a whole nother conversation, but by them being biracial and, how they need to see themselves, because, it's a lot of biracial kids that ain't in touch with their blackness, because a lot of them, their father ain't around, or even if their father is around, they not really tapped in with their black side of the family. It's some deep shit, you know what I mean? But, I get them in tune with their blackness and let them know that, they not going to, people going to see them a certain way and treat them a certain way simply because they black, and how they need to, view that and maneuver in spite of that. Yeah, so, like bro said, it's all ultimately the game, so they receiving the game at a young age already.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But it ain't no negativity being, fed into their mind or.
Yeah. And I just want to say this before I go to the next question. Not only do bro, and I'm just vouching for his pimping, right? Not only bro do that around his children, but when bro knock a hoe or has hoes that has a child or children. I don't want to make it seem like they bring a whole village, but he's not gonna use profanity around a child. He's not gonna play music with profanity around in it, even around that host child. He's not going to watch something on television in front of a child or children with profanity in it, nudity in it. He's not going to do that. Me, myself, I'm not going to do that either. But I just want to sit up there and exalt my brother's pimping. And, you can see why he's my right hand man. You can see why he's my brother because we one and the same. And so when you knock a hoe and she's constantly using profanity around her child, sit down, little nigga. I told you to sit your ass down. When you really pimping, you know what I mean? You got dominion over everything. That means your opinion got dominion over everything. So, I'm going to have to, let me talk to you. You know what I mean? And as soon as, I'm able to get her by herself, away from that child, away from them children, as soon as I get it, what you doing? What you mean what I do? You don't be talking to no child like that. What's wrong with you? And I know from personal experience, and I know bro know from personal experience, that a lot of them be shocked and amazed, when the pimping check, you don't be talking to this child like he's some grown little nigga or something on the street. What is wrong with you? Who taught you that? Who told you that? Now she crying and now she looking like a child. You don't be using profanity around no child. Woman, you got to give an account to God on how you raise your child. You just sitting over there using profanity, talking to this little boy. But see, what it is a lot of these hoes, not just the hoes, but a lot of these females that profess to be women, they upset at the father of their child. A lot of them are upset at where they are right now in life, and some of them are upset at who they had a child with. So they treat the child like the child ain't shit simply because they feel that the father of the child ain't shit. And so they talk to this child like they less than a human being. And as the pimping, when that woman allow you to preside over her life, you got to check that shit. Like I told you, pimping is more than just collecting a bankroll. Pimping is more than just sending a woman to a Blade casino and all of that shit. Hey man, if you don't have dominion over the whole situation, you're not pimping. If you got to tiptoe and you scared to say this, because she might blow and all of that, that's not pimping. Pimping is, I could tell this bitch to do whatever the fuck I want, and that's what the fuck it is. So, if I see her using profanity, if I see her, like one time I had to get on an ex-hoe of mine because she picked her child up by his arm. She picked the child up by his arm. And, you know what I mean? The baby wasn't nothing, but I don't even think the baby was 2 years old, really. And if the baby was a fresh two, and she picking him up, you know what I mean, by just with one arm and carrying him around. I said, man, you can mess his arm up like that. What you doing? You can pull his arm out of socket. He gonna be all right. Come here, let me talk to you. You know what I mean? Like I told you, man, when you got a woman that got a child, some children, even though them children might not be biologically yours, but while that hoe is allowing you to preside over her life, you know what I mean? You sit up there, you understand me, and check her and make sure that she conducting herself correctly as a mother, and let her know that you can't expect to get blessings from this game and you treating your child like your baby ain't shit. You reap what you sow.
Man.
And if you treating your baby like, your baby ain't shit and you ain't got no love for your baby, how the fuck I'm gonna expect you to have love for this pimping? How I'm gonna expect you to have love for this game? How I'm gonna expect you to have love for this game that is within me if you don't even love your own seed? You don't even love your own, you don't even love the baby that you carried in your womb for 9 months. You know what I mean? How you gonna sit up there and have love for this game? And let me also say this. See, this ain't nothing but the game leading me this. Hey man, if you talking to a broad and she just immediately want to come to you, and she got a child or children, and she dropped them children off, or she just throw the children on her mama, you know what I mean, just so easily, or to a babysitter, you know what I mean, she deceived the babysitter into thinking that she only gonna be gone for 2 seconds, but she really ready to be gone for 2 decades. Hey man, watch this. You know what I mean? If you dealing with a bitch like that, hey, you got to understand the demons, you know what I mean, that you inviting in your home. You just got to look at certain situations, young P, like, damn, man, I never knew she would call the police on me. Or damn, man, I would have never known that, while we was at that hotel room, that she would get so loud that she would sit up there and get the attention of others in the hotel room right next to me. I never knew that she would do the faggot ass shit that she doing in this parking lot to get the square's attention. Hey man, like my brother say, the smallest gesture speak the loudest volumes of character. And a woman that's willing to leave her children as if they have no value to her, you know what I mean? This is somebody that don't have no character. So, you can only expect her to do faggot ass shit in the future, because look at the way she came to you. She came to you as an ain't shit ass bitch. She came to you as a heartless motherfucker, you know what I mean, towards her own kids. So you just remember the way she came to you. Because the probability of her sitting over there putting you in a correctional facility, or putting you in a jail, or you getting into an overworked, underpaid situation is a high chance, you know what I mean, messing with this type of broad. She don't have no character. She blaming these type of brides be blaming everybody for their mistakes. She's still blaming her mama. She's still blaming family members. She's still blaming her kids. Why she don't have her shape no more. She's still sitting over there posting high school pictures. You know what I mean? She's still stuck like, ooh, she be asking the pimpin', wasn't I cute in this picture? Wasn't I cute? Yeah, baby, you was cute, baby.
Brian picture over there. I was prime queen and king high school.
Yeah. You was looking good, baby. You was looking good the last 37 times that you asked me, bitch. You know what I'm saying about that picture? Yeah, bitch, you was looking good back then. You know what I mean? Look at my shape. Look at my shape. You know what I mean? I was so bomb before I had the kids and all of that type of shit. You know what I mean? For real, man. Just pay attention. What was you gonna say though, bro?
No, I see. Josie lawyer made a comment. She said, "I just learned something new. I thought P's never cared about their employees' children." First of all, employee is
right.
Is an improper term, because a hoe is much more than an employee to a pimp. We
don't even talk like that.
Employees you don't get personal with, but I say all the time, this lifestyle that we live is business and personal at the same time. But as far as a pimp caring for his hoes kids, see, you gotta understand, like we say all the time, a pimp is a man first, and a man is gonna make sure that anybody's kids around him is straight, just on some man shit. It might be a situation like I done had times where, I might have my kids and they friends or cousins or whoever, and we might go to the skating rink or the bowling alley or something like that. I'm gonna take care of them other kids like they my own because they're in my care.
Right.
So it's the same thing. It's the same thing with a hoe's kids. A pimp is gonna treat them kids like they his own, and just like a pimp gonna treat them good, accordingly, when they need to be chastised, the pimp gonna chastise them accordingly too. Like I remember a particular time I had this hoe, her son I think was about 11 years old no, he was 10 years old at the time. And his father wasn't really in his life, and not just that, the bitch, she had never fucked with nobody that, that took a liking to or not even a liking, took an interest in the young man, the little boy.
Right.
The other peeps that she had been with, they didn't really take an interest in him because of the way that he was. But, what nobody considered is he was the way that he was because, he didn't have no male figure in his life that was being a positive influence on him. So things like I remember, the bitch she'll tell him to do something. He'll always have a rebuttal. Like she'll tell him, don't leave your shoes right there. Pick up your shoes and take them to your room. And he'll be like, well, let me go to the kitchen and eat a sandwich first, and then like he'll do stuff like that. And I'll be and I got into the habit of, and I know that shit used to get on his nerves, but whenever he would do that shit, I'd be like, apologize to your mom.
Right.
And then he'd apologize, and then I'll be like, now do what she told you to do. Like, you don't do what you want to do, you do what she tell you to do. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Teaching them how to shake a hand like a man. Teaching them how to take his clothes to the cleaners.
Teaching them how to tie a tie.
Like on some fly shit. Right, teaching them how to tie, all that type of shit, you know what I mean? Grown man shit. This, if the hoe is fucking with me like pimping, we have the understanding that, when you accept the hoe, you accept whatever she come with. You know what I mean? So if she coming with children and you accepting the children too, it's a package deal. You can't just take the hoe and not take the children if she coming with the children. Just like if a bitch is on probation or parole, you got to deal with that. You know what I mean? If a bitch come with some kids and the kids are like, she's an active mother in their life, then yeah, pimping is gonna be active in their life too. You dig? On some grown man shit. But yeah, it's all done in love. Like me myself, and I guess because me speaking for myself, the reason why I am the way that I am with hoes who have kids that ain't mine is because of the way that my father was. My pops, he got a lot of baby mamas that got other kids outside of him, just like he got kids outside of them. So my pops has 6 biological kids, but he was a father to probably about 10 or 15 kids, stepchildren and all that type of stuff. He was just always a man, and I remember he used to say things like, I got, my little sister that's in the gang. She got a sister that's a few years older than her. And whenever it come, Christmas time or, their birthdays was like a week apart. And, he would always say things like, I can't do for one and not do for the other. Like, that
right.
Make sense. So I just kind of like naturally picked that up from him. So like I said, he always was a man, and it would be times like, just like I mentioned, like, he'll take me and my brothers to Magic Mountain or Knott's Berry Farm or Raging Waters or, to the movies or to the park to play basketball. And sometimes, a cousin of ours or, a sister or brother of ours that's not biologically his would come along. You know what I mean? And I would see the way he would treat them, as if they was like, one of us. And if they did something wrong and they got out of line, he'll check it. You know what I mean? Like, what you doing? So, and not just my pops, but, I had uncles and stuff that was like that too. Whenever kids was around, even if it wasn't a kid that they wasn't related to, a kid in the neighborhood, we just come from a different time, where like how we say it takes a village to raise a child, like I just remember the times where in the neighborhood, like your homeboy's father or your homeboy's mother, if they saw you doing some shit you ain't had no business doing, they gonna check your motherfucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
Just all of that being, deposited in me, I'm just naturally that way with a hoes kid, and then I'm like I said, the pimping is a man. And the last thing a man is going to do is allow anybody's child to just come up in here and just be out of order. You know what I mean?
Come on.
And then not just that, but like bro was saying, pimp ain't going to just let a hoe just, treat her kid any kind of way.
No.
You know what I mean? I've had situations where a bitch got a baby and the diaper need to be changed, but she being lazy about that shit. Like, bitch, get your ass up and feed this baby.
Come on, man.
Change that diaper, bitch. Like,
what's wrong with you?
Like, put that blunt down and put that phone down, bitch. What's wrong with you? Like, this is your child. You know what I mean? sometimes, you know, pimping be feeling like he cared more about the child than the bitch. And man, I ain't gonna even front. There's certain bitches that come to mind right now, man. Like, you know, I don't miss the bitch, but I miss the kid. You know, the
Man,
kid
that's so real, bro. Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
hey,
was funny, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
hey, and you already know,
like, she could have went on and, you know,
right?
shit.
You already know, you already know who I'm talking about, man. Hey, I wish I still had, you know what I mean, Big Mama. You know what I mean? I wish I still had her around me, man. You know what I mean? Because Fat Girl used to get so much attention. You know what I mean, man? Listen,
man, that baby was a showstopper.
This little girl was so beautiful.
Showstopper.
Hey, this little girl was so beautiful, man, that, you understand me, I never mind getting on Glide and, you know what I mean, getting on man, they were like, and then you know how it be when they be like, Sin, is that's your baby? That's your baby? You be like, what you think? Look at her. What you think? What you think? Oh my God! Oh my God! Seeing oh my God! Seeing she's just so beautiful. Seeing you makes a cute baby. I mean, what else can you expect from me? You know what I'm talking about? But you know what's really cool is when you got a hoe that got a cute baby or some cute kids, and you in the mall. You know what I mean? In them squares, it's like, oh my God! Wow, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but you just look so nice, you know what I mean, with your son, and you know what I mean, how are you? I'm not offending them as it's like the mother of your child around or your girl. No, we just actually came from church, and the mother is not. I don't want to go all into it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, we back. Wow, you just here by yourself? It's just y'all? Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. Oh my God! Wow, what woman wouldn't want to be in you guys' life? Well, as long as we got, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't shit. I mean, but I used to be like, well, as long as we got Christ on our side, everything is all right. Oh my God, did y'all just look so nice? Oh, well, since you are single, and hey man, listen, man, these kids, man, you know what I mean, to get the pimping, man, some cold action, man. Hey man, hey, another thing, like bro said, that's why it's hurtful when you had a hoe, when you really love the child or the children, and the bitch she just silly. She just goofy. She's foolish. And now she's falling off. And you and the children got a connection now. Y'all got a bond. They looking at you like the biological father, but the mom, she done got goofy. She on some other shit. And the children even looking at her, of course the children not gonna say it, but they like, mama, you know what I mean? Like, this is a good man. Why you being a fag? You know what I'm saying? My mama, why the children can't tell their mama that, but if they could, it's like, mama, why you being a faggot ass bitch? Like, can't you see the man is pimping? He's a good thing. But no, man, for real, man, the whole perception and vision that, these squares got of this pimping is completely false, man. Hey, a lot of y'all won't believe this, but this is real shit. This just not me. This not just Freeze, but this is just my observation of other representation in the game. Hey, man, the pimping be treating these children better than these hoes be treating their own children, man. Real talk.
Man, for real.
The pimping be treating children that's not even biologically theirs better, than these hoes that done carried these children for 9 months. And that is the irrefutable truth. Real talk. But they not gonna push it like that on the news. They not gonna tell you that, this bitch didn't know how to cook before she set up there, you understand me, and ran into this pimping. They're not gonna tell you about the times, where the children was hungry and it was the pimping that was cooking for the children, not the bitch, because most of these bitches are some microwave generation bitches anyway. They can't cook. Everything, you understand me, is either delivery, drive-through, or microwave. Either or, no cooking. So they already being raised
Man.
wrong. These children are already being raised wrong. You know what I mean? The children don't know how to pray. They don't know how to. They don't know no scriptures. You know what I mean? They don't know nothing about God. They haven't been taught right. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just a blessing, man, to be raised in holiness and have the people, man, that I had, you know what I mean, as mentors, you know, different elders and things, man, that spoke into my life so I can be a blessing to others, man. You know what I mean? Y'all done set up there. We didn't even mean to go this route, but that was just the spirit of the game, man. But I'm glad that the game took us there, you know, to clear up some things
Yeah.
because a lot of you women, you know, you probably had something in your mind concerning this pimping, you know, with the children, and that ain't it. Children don't be sitting over there. You probably think that the pimping only care about money. You think that pimps only care about breaking on the bitch, taking the money, and going to go put rims on the car, some jewelry, and no, you know, it's so much more to this pimping. That's the number one thing I want to get in you young niggas' minds, man, is that pimping is dominion, it's power, you know, and
Man.
whatever this woman got, I have power over that. When that woman gives me the money, I have to make wise decisions, not just concerning her, but if she has a child, she got a blessing. I'm obligated to be a blessing to her blessing, which is her child. So, you know, I don't want you to think the pimping just, you know, he just care about materialistic things. That's totally false. You know what I mean? When the Honorable Mel Taylor said that you must be a man first, he wasn't lying because you have to be a man. And if you're going to be in this pimping, otherwise, and then let me also say this, see, that ain't nothing but the game. Listen, when you treat that whole child right, when you sit up there and teach that whole, you know what I mean, that whole child things that she ain't never learned from her parents, it do something to a woman emotionally to see you teaching her children, you know, about God, or teaching the children's helping the children with their homework. The hoe might not even be knowledgeable enough to help her children with certain homework. You know, the pimping doing that. You know, it do something to a woman emotionally, you know what I mean, to even see that. You know what I mean? To even see, you know, like, wow, I wish I would have had a father, you know what I mean, that would have did this with me. A father that would have taught me how to acknowledge God. You know what I mean? Because see, a man that was brought up like myself, you know, these children gonna pray over their food before they eat their food. You know what I mean? These children gonna acknowledge God, you know, before they eat this food, because all blessings, whether we in carnality or not, we not saved or not, God didn't have to allow us, you know what I mean, to make no money. You know what I mean? So God allowed this. God was blessed us to be able to have these things. So before y'all put anything in your mouth, before you have anything, you're going to tell God, thank you. You're going to acknowledge God.
Hey.
You know, so
Hey,
go ahead.
And not to cut you off, but not just that, but, you know, Pimpton also made a whole kid sit at that table for an hour. You know what I mean? Till they finish that plate. They not getting up from the table until they finish that plate.
Yeah.
Man, for real.
Yeah, bro.
You know
bro.
what I mean?
And I know
you already know a lot of hoes, they gonna let the kid, you know, take a few boxes and scrape the plate off into the garbage can. No. You know what I mean? Whatever is on this plate, you know, I you know, because, you know, you already know a pimp gonna put, you know, ain't gonna put too much on there that the baby can't handle, you know what I mean?
Right, bro, right.
But nah, you not. I did that with my own. You know what I mean? I done
I
had
done
my
seen
daughter
you
and my
do
son
it.
sitting at the table. One time I had them sitting at the table, bro, for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you told me.
You know
I
what
was,
I mean?
yeah.
At that time, that's when Frozen had just came out, and they always want to be in front of the TV watching Frozen.
Right.
Ain't no Frozen, ain't no hot, ain't no nothing. You know what I mean? Until y'all finish this food. They would sit at the table crying. Hey, I don't care about none of that. Y'all is not getting up until y'all finish them plates.
Right,
You know?
right. But now let me
know,
just
I remember them type of lessons when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, not just from my mother and my father. Well, you know, by the time, you know, I got them lessons when I was younger. You know what I mean? Mainly from my auntie and my grandma. You know what I mean? They used to get on us about that. Not just me, but my brother, sister, cousins, everybody. You know what I mean? Grandma, you know, she wasn't allowing that. You know, and the same thing. You know, like grandma, taught us all how to say grace and pray over our food. Man, I remember, you know what I mean, when we stayed in the projects, man, you know, it was a storefront church that we went to, that Grandma went to. That was right. It was right on the outskirts of the projects. So since we lived in the projects, you know, Grandma would come spend Saturday night with us, and then Sunday morning we'll walk to church together. You know what I mean? Me, her, and my brother, because my sister was too little at the time to walk with us, but you know what I mean, she'll walk to church with us and give us each a quarter to put in the collection plate. You know what I mean?
Right? For real. But see, let me I just want to slide this in before I even forget. Let me just say this to you: when you treat that child right, when you treat them children right, always remember that God is omnipresent. And even though this might not be biologically your child, this is still a child. And no matter what lifestyle you live in, you make God very happy when you sit up there treating children right. All right? Another thing, it's easy, very easy, for you to sit up there and get a hoe back to her senses when she sit up there and backslide from this game, when she subside with this game. When that bitch sit up there and jump on the line, it's so easy for you to sit up there and rebuke her, and then have to sit up there and correct the hoe and give her some reproof. Then you can replenish her. You could tell her, look at everything that the game was doing for you. Look how you was able to be a blessing to your family. Remember that time when your mother needed some money? Remember that time that you had sit up there, bitch, and you had went over 2 weeks without making less than $3,000 a night? You went a whole 2 weeks straight. You know what I mean? You was on the... Remember the times that we was able to pay your mother's medical bills? You know what I mean? Remember the times, you know what I mean, for Christmas when you wanted to do something for the kids? Remember when we did all of that? The children had more than they could ever even imagine. All because of the game. You know what I mean? Could you remember the smile on your daughter's face? You know, you can pimp like that, you know, when you've been a man like that. You know, you can always, you know what I mean, bring that hoe back home, you know, when you created a beautiful residence in that hoe mind. Because even when she deviate, you know, and decide that she want to be stupid and want a boyfriend, or she want to sit up there, might want to go to drugs, or she might want to sit up there and act stupid, and you know what I mean, whatever she decided, when she come back to her senses, and when you put her in remembrance of this game, remembrance of how beautiful and how much the game was a blessing to her, now it's like, wow, I really did leave all of that. Remember that time, you know, when you had a slow week? Remember that time when you was causing hell, but you went to jail that time? You know what I mean? Did I still reach for you? And then once you got out, it was your daughter's birthday. And even though you wasn't making shit, even though, you understand me, you was sitting over there being a punk ass bitch, didn't I sit up there and, you understand me, and still be a blessing? This is how you really do it. When I was a blessing to my own daughter, hold on, my own daughter, see, that's how you pimp. Not her daughter, your daughter, because that's what you were. You was a father to the child. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching y'all how to do this shit. When you young, you know what I mean? And when you sitting over there being a blessing to the community, when you being a blessing to the family of your hoes, hey man, listen man, and Freeze know this, you know what I mean? And those that know me do good. Not only do I got that with hoes, but certain mothers of hoes, you know, love me. You know what I mean? Certain, every pimp can't say that, man. You know what I mean? But that's the way I didn't pimp, man. Mothers of hoes love Sinful to Pete. You know what I mean? Man. And they've even told me that. You know, hey man, I done heard. I know you done got this too. Bitches done told me my mama like me. My mama like you more than she even like me. I was like, bitch, I know, cause I'm this pimping. You know?
Yeah.
Of course, your mama got more love for me and like me more than you, bitch. I'm the pimping. All right, but man, we'll be on that topic all night long, man. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like I told you, the pimping be treating these children better than the hoes treat their own. It's so much that I could say.
Go ahead. And sometimes the bitch will fuck around and blow, because she don't like how you checking her about how she raising her kid. You know what I mean? And how she treating her kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
And how she and not even necessarily criticizing her, but teaching her better ways on how to do this, that, and the third, or just being a man in front of the child. Not even necessarily correcting her, but just filling that void. You know what I mean? A lot of times bitches can't handle that shit and they'll blow behind that shit. Of course,
Right.
they appreciate it later on when it's not around no more, but yeah.
Put it like this, to end that conversation, I just say this: be a man in everything that you do. Just be a man
Right.
in everything. In other words, be the truth in everything you do. Because even when the hoe, she deviate and believe a lie, or she start living a lie, you just make sure that you the truth. So when that hoe get her mind
Right.
again, you can replenish her because you still the truth. You know what I mean? So just make sure you still the same. Okay, moving on, man. Because we'll be on that. I could stay on that for so that's a whole video. Bro might want to sit up there and put out a pre-recorded, on that. You know what I mean? Oh Lord. Oh man, after that beautiful conversation, I don't even know if I want to answer this question, but because I could really just tell I could just tell sometimes when I be reading certain questions, I be reading it in y'all little square ass voice in my head, and sometimes with the things that y'all be saying in my DM, man, I could just imagine a grown ass man crying, while typing this shit to me. You know what I mean? For real. Some of y'all was upset. Now I'm gonna actually read this punk ass shit, but I could tell you already know who you are. You know what I mean? I could just tell by, just by what you said that you was crying from that live that I did, a day or two ago when I sit up there and said that I don't feel sorry for when a host sit up there and bring me the jewelry, of a trick. How can I sleep at night? Nigga, beautifully, nigga. Z Gallery first. I done slept all up in Z Gallery sheets, nigga. Yeah, how could you sleep at night? Easy, nigga, in silk sheets with Sade playing.
Hey man, as many tricks that got over on hoes, man. Shit.
Man, how could you sleep at night? My mind easily, nigga. You order some Chinese food. I ordered some egg foo young, some fried rice. You know what I mean? Ate with the hoe. You know what I mean? We chopped it up. She riding this dick. You know what I mean? Sitting over there riding this dick, sucking this dick. You know what I mean? We chop it up some more. Go to bed, nigga. Easy. You know what I mean? Easy. You know what I mean? The bitch had a good night tonight. Oh, she got your watch. Oh, she got your ring. Oh man, yeah, she definitely gonna sit up there and make me file for sperm bankruptcy around here. Oh, it's been a beautiful night tonight. Oh man, ooh wee. So yeah, let me go ahead and read this Carl Thomas emotional shit that you done said, and then you tricks is slick too. I'm just looking at the game that you brought in there, bro. Peep the game in this question, bro. Watch this. These tricks got game too. I told you hoes that these tricks got game. So, okay, let's read this melancholy ass shit. He said, "Sin, you said that you don't care about jewelry or something valuable being stolen from a trick. My question is, what if the item has sentimental value? What if his dead mother or father gave him that watch or ring? Would you still not care? You know what I mean? Or would you feel bad about it?" Did you understand what I said? Bro, did you want to answer the question first?
Yeah, I mean, how would I feel about it? I'm not gonna feel bad. I mean, like I said, tricks get over on hoes all the time, and not just that. Tricks been being worse than that. So it's kind of like, in a sense, it's kind of eye for eye, tooth for tooth, but not just that. But you're gonna be all right. You're gonna live. You're not gonna die without that, whatever it is that you got sentimental value to. People lose shit like that all the time. You ain't gonna kill yourself if you lose that shit in a house fire, or if some burglars run up in your house and steal it, you know, like you gonna make it. You still gonna be all right. And you know, you just gotta take it as a lesson learned. You know, we all it ain't no such thing as going through life without taking losses. You know what I mean? So everybody gonna take a loss at some point or another, and one's loss is another's gain.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure them tricks, you know what I mean, ain't been, you know, honky dory and rosy throughout their whole life. I'm pretty sure they done got over on some people or did some things too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't feel sorry for a motherfucker at all. You know, you just gotta tighten up.
Right.
That's all I can see.
Hey, this what I'm gonna say to you. If your dead mother, your dead father, you know, gave you that, this is what I say to you, because I see what you did in the question. You was trying to touch, you know, my feelings and things like that. You know, bless your heart.
Right.
You know, bless your heart. But yeah, you know, my condolences, you know, to your mother. You know, blessings, you know, to your father. And may the peace of God that passeth all human understanding, you know, be with your mother and be with your father, you know, to be with the family and friends of your mother and father, and you too. May the peace of God comfort you in your loneliest hour. You know, when you're going through distress, when you're going through a mess, you know, may God, you know, be the joy in your sorrow and give you hope for tomorrow. You know, blessings to you. But yeah, this is what I gotta say, you know, in response to that. If what you had was so valuable, then why did you even have that in the presence of a hoe? See, that don't sound right to me. If something was so sacred, so valuable that your mama gave you, your father gave you, why would you even go on a date with that? So I'm not looking at the hoe, I'm looking at you, because you devalue what you consider to be valuable the moment that you went on a date with that item. So I'm putting the pressure back on you. If this is something that your mother worked for, your father worked for, this was something from the inheritance of your mother and father, why in the hell would you go on a date with it then? Why did you allow the spirit of lust to be so strong within you that it compelled you to have something so valuable from your mama and your daddy, and you went on a damn date with it? So no, I can't feel sorry for you. I will say that it's unfortunate that your mother, that your father gave you that, because if it's that sacred, if it means so much to you, why in the hell are you on a date with that? Sir, you should have brought that to the house, or you should have left that in a safe or whatever. It should have never been in the presence of hope. That's almost like, you know, me having on a beautiful white suit that's clean as hell, and I go in this crowded club, everybody dancing, everybody got drinks in their hand, and I walk in the middle of all that, and I'm crying because somebody spilled their drink on me. What did you expect? You walked in the midst of that. You made a decision. You made a decision to go on a date with that hoe. You knew that hoe, basically, you understand me, wasn't your, you know what I mean? And that's another thing. You probably married, like I keep saying. I don't feel sorry for you husbands when you get out of bounds, for the simple fact that you made a covenant with God, you know, with this woman. You the one that walked down the aisles and made vows with God, and you decided to break them vows when you decided to go on that date with that hoe. So God was using that hoe to spank you. You sit up there, you understand me, and violated your covenant, and now that you violated, you got violated. So God was actually using that hoe to wake your motherfucking ass up, because you made provisions for that thing that was sacred to be stolen from you. So no, I don't sit up there, you understand me, and motherfucking, you understand me, feel sorry for you. You know what I mean? Seriously, I don't. So, you know what I mean? With that being said, you know what I mean? Because you really did. Like I said, man, you tricks got some cold games. You really like, what if it came from the mama? What if it came from the daddy? You came with some cold game on that. I ain't even gonna lie to you,
Yeah,
Trick.
and see,
Go ahead.
and see the cold part about it, that trick might be, might work for a pawn shop, or that trick might be the repo man or some shit like that. And you ain't gonna have or whatever type of business they in, they're not gonna have no sympathy for somebody, because of some sentimental value to whatever is being repossessed or some shit like that. Like shit happens. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers be having to pawn shit, motherfuckers get shit repossessed, motherfuckers lose shit. It is what it is. It sounds like that person with that, even if they not on that end of the spectrum, they to me are the same as somebody who would pawn their grandmother's ring or their mother's ring or whatever, or would be a dope fiend that would sell their shit to the dope man. You know what I mean? Just to get high. To me, it's the same degree of carelessness that goes into making that type of decision. So, I mean, like you said, basically it all boils down to the fact that they didn't value that shit.
No, you didn't value.
You know what I mean?
No,
they didn't value it to the degree that they should have valued it, and just maybe, you know what I mean? The hoe might value that shit more, and definitely the pimpin's gonna value the shit even more, man. So it's probably in better hands with. Probably in better hands over here than it is over there.
That's incorrect. That's incorrect. That's incorrect what you said. It's not probably in better hands with the pimping. It is in better hands with the pimping. Ain't no motherfucking probably.
I said the whole might appreciate it better, but the pimping definitely gonna appreciate it better.
Yeah, but it ain't no probably. I had to correct. Ain't no probably. Yeah, your watch and ring is gonna be taken care of better with the pimping. So if you got a Rolex,
right.
You know what I mean, you got that Breitling, you know what I mean, you got that Frank Mueller, you know what I mean, right now, you got a Ferrari watch, what have. Hey man, go date a hoe. You know what I mean? Hey, put your watch, put it right there, man. Trust that hoe. Hey man, by all means, man, please trust that hoe. You know what I mean? And let that hoe be a blessing to this game, man. Shit. What's wrong with you? See,
right.
that's
make sure everything is taken care of.
Right, and that's another thing with your selfish ass. See, you don't ever want to share. You know what I mean? You just want to keep everything to yourself. No. You know what I mean? Go ahead and let somebody else see your watch, your ring, man. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? Oh, selfish ass. You want to keep all the blessings to yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. He was one of them kids, you know what I mean, when his cousins and friends come over the house, he playing with 100 toys and won't share not one.
Right.
You know
right.
Yeah, this
so you need
payback.
You need to be more. So you need to be more. I wish you could be like this pimping, but you can't. See, we share every day, and it's because we share every day. You know what I mean? That we get blessed every day. We sharing the closest thing to our heart every day. You know what I mean? It reminds me of a time when Bradley's son, City Red, it was me, City Red, I don't even want to bring that nigga up because he a snitch. But it was all of us, Lord help me. But you already know probably who I'm talking about. But, we in the county, and this little Mexican boy, he's sitting over there crying because his bitch wouldn't pick up the phone. He on the phone calling his bitch, and she won't even pick up. So he just depressed, and he started actually crying real crocodile tears and shit. And Vic, blessings to him, you know what I mean, Big Vic from Bounty Hunter Bloods, you know what I mean, he was like, hey man, you crying over your girl? Hey man, with the charges that you facing, you gonna end up doing some time, man. You might as well forget about that bitch, man. He ain't have no mercy. He a gangster and he saying this shit. He like, hey man, that bitch, she over there taking monster trucks dicks right now. She got monster truck dicks going in and out of her right now, man. And you sitting over there crying about her. She ain't thinking about you. And the bitch, he's sitting over there crying, and his homie said this, we all died. He said, hey man, how you gonna cry over your girl not picking up the phone because your girl cheated on you? Hey man, how you think Sinful and City Redfield, man? You know what I mean? They girls cheat on them every day. I was like, that is true, man. You know what I mean? That my bitches is gonna cheat on me every day, man. And I actually get mad, you know what I mean, when my bitches don't cheat on me, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You right about that, man. They do be cheating on me, man.
You did.
But to answer your question, Jay, before I open up the phone lines, I usually for the people that don't want to call in for whatever reason, you know, some of these women is wives, girlfriends, some of these bitches is fucking with so-called pimps. Some of these niggas, you know what I mean, they don't I guess they don't want to call in. So what I do is anybody that want to ask a question, you could just go to Instagram and put in SINFULTHEP 773 and put the question in the DM. And when I go live, you know what I mean, if your shit, you know, is a cool little question, I will answer all well, at least strive to answer all questions before I open up the phone lines. You know what I mean? Just like I'm not gonna have time to answer all of these questions. I'm gonna answer one more, and I'm gonna open up the phone lines now. But yeah, these is all from Instagram. You know, I would be telling y'all to go on Facebook. I got 2 Facebook pages, but I barely be on there since I lost my main Facebook page. You know, but because I know some of y'all don't be on Instagram, some of y'all only be on Facebook. I have everything together when I start really coming on YouTube. But look, this last question, I don't use things like words like messy and all that type of shit, but I think that you was on some bullshit, you know, because I can read between the lines. You know, some of y'all be getting into it with the pimping, or y'all be getting into it with, so you be wanting my opinion on things, and it's kind of unfair because I don't get to hear the other person's side of the story, and it's always 3 sides to the story: your side, his side, you know what I mean, and the truth. So it's a little messed up, you know what I mean, that I don't get a chance to, you know, see what, because from the question I could tell that maybe it was some words exchanged or something like that. But when I read this question, bro, you already gonna know pretty much who it's about, even though y'all be trying to be slick by putting the S on things and making it plural instead of singular. But you already know the pimpin' be having discernment, man. Plus, you know, anybody with common sense that ain't common already kind of know who you talking about from a mile away. But I'm gonna let bro speak his opinion on it, and I'm just gonna give mine afterwards. But you said, P, what you think about guys that profess to be the pimpin', but come to the track recording other niggas' hoes? Don't get me wrong, niggas be getting at bitches, but it's like they more focused on recording hoes on the track so they can build their Instagram following up than actually doing some pimping. I just want to know your thoughts, P. Freeze. You should already know what that's about.
I don't know, because there's so many motherfuckers that do that shit. Like, it's so common nowadays.
But look at what was said. You gotta come on, let that discernment kick in. When the moment that a motherfucker said to get their Instagram following up, you know, I mean, it's other individuals that do.
Oh, okay, yeah,
but
yeah.
It ain't one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure I know. But, you know, if it's who I'm thinking about, shit, the bitches be out of pocket. So
that's what I was gonna say.
You know what I mean? Like, see, this is where a lot of motherfuckers go wrong in this game. They be so busy and concerned with what the pimping is doing. If they focused on what the hoe is supposed to be doing, they wouldn't have nothing to worry about.
Right.
You know what I mean? These niggas be worried about what the pimping is doing because they don't have no control over the hoe, and they don't have no control over their household. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I've never gotten into, is what the pimping is doing on the track. I've never focused on that. I've never worried about that, because I know I'm pimping. And I know that when the hoe go to the track, it's going to be things beyond her control. But the bitch ain't concerned about that. The bitch is focused on what's within her control. And what's within her control is to get in the trick's face, which is a hoe's place, and break that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So that's the hoe's main focus when she's out there. So the hoe is not worried about what motherfuckers is doing, you know, as long as they not interfering with her hoeing in any type of way or violating her hoeing. You know, so, and then me, myself, again, just like I teach the hoe, I understand that there's going to be things beyond my control when I go to the track. Yep. You know what I mean? So as far as what the pimping is doing, you know, like that, a lot of niggas got that problem. You know what I mean? They so worried about what motherfuckers is doing to their hoe and all. Man, fuck all that. Teach the bitch how to stay in pocket. You know what I mean? That's what niggas is mad about. Right. They not mad about the fact that niggas is recording bitches because he's not the only one that does that. They're mad at him because he's the main one that get them bitches out of pocket. Right. You know what I mean? That's what they mad about. They not mad about him recording. They're mad about him getting, probably they bitch in particular. Right. You know what I mean? They probably seen they bitch on the video with him and he had the bitch laughing. You know what I mean? Or she was dancing to the music and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they mad about. They not mad about the recording part. You mad about the out-of-pocket part. So what you need to do is tighten yourself up, you know what I mean, and stop trying to tell the pimpin' what to do. You know what I mean? That shit be killing me. Niggas always talking about what the pimpin' need to be doing. Man, you niggas texting my bitch on Backpage shit. Like, man, tell the bitch to stay in pocket. You know how easy it is to block a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Niggas be killing me with that shit. Yeah. You sweating the bitch body hard, P. All that old weird shit, man.
Let her work, P. Let her work. P, she's spoken for. Let her work. This what I'm going to say to you. And before I even start, Sapopa the Prince said, I think he talking about y'all. Well, by me knowing...
Nah, I know who he talking about.
By me knowing the P that basically asked me this question, if it was about us, he would have just, you know, asked. But, okay, let's even take it there. Sin got videos on the blade. Freeze got videos on the blade. And, you know what I mean, when I recorded them videos and things like that, you know, anybody that had a problem with it, you know, they had an opportunity to get at me. And they didn't. So, you know, and even if the pimpin' did, we would have talked it over as gentlemen and things like that. And, you know, honestly, you know what I mean? Of course, like I always do, I would have intellectually proved my motherfucking point, because you got tricks that be driving the blade, taking pictures. You got tricks that be recording. It's a trick right now, because the bitch had even sent me, you know what I mean, the channel.
It's a trick pages like that that's starting to get popular.
But it's a trick. It's
one of them being yeah, I know. It's like two different tricks pages that I done seen lately. One of them, I think you showed it to me. He be in California, and then it's another one. I think he be. I want to say he be in Texas or something like that.
He be on Bissonnette.
Yeah, it's a couple of them though. You know what I mean? They be around, but
yeah, it's tricks that got their own channel, sitting over there hiding the camera, and the bitch don't even know she being recorded. You know what I mean? Me personally, you know, I don't give a damn. When I sit up there, you understand me, and sitting that hoe outside, you know what I mean? She's instructed. Pimpin' first started at home, so she already know what to do. So if somebody recording her, or they got a video on, or whatever, she don't even give a damn about that, because she's dressed accordingly. She's hoeing accordingly. So it's no problem with her at all. You know, so I just never understood niggas. I mean, now if you got an ugly bitch, or maybe you got that bitch out there looking like the best definition of $2, I don't know, man, whatever. But if you got a bitch that is representing your P, that looks sexy, she fine as hell, You know what I mean? And she stayed in pocket while being sweated. What is the motherfucking problem? You know what I mean? Now, what I will say is, yeah, it can strike a nerve when Sinful the Peace sweat your hoe because, I actually got something to say to that bitch. So I understand that I make a lot of you niggas nervous because most of y'all niggas don't know how to even sit up there and say hello. And you wouldn't even know how to say hello to a bitch if I had not created a Facebook page. Most of y'all vocab, it come from me. So I understand, you know what I mean? When I sit up there and sweat a hoe, some of y'all feel pressure. I understand that because that bitch ain't hearing it at the house with you. You stupid. So, like Martin said, Cole, you stupid. Most of y'all niggas ain't got no game. You know what I mean? So, of course, when a pimp that's laced with game hit the blade and it ain't nothing but fire coming out his motherfucking mouth in the eardrums of that hoe, it's like, hey man, you know what I mean? Bro, let me tell you this, man. Bro, don't ask me about another nigga again. Cool kid. You be acting like you got on heels, bro. Stop doing that shit, bro, for real. Don't sit up there and say another hoe ass motherfucking question no more, bro. You be asking me, do I know Seymour? Do I know Juju? Hey, I don't mean no disrespect to none of them gentlemen. But bro, I'm Sinful to P. I don't give a fuck about knowing, did you meet Field Mode? Did you meet my favorite pimp? Are you a hoe? Do you got a choosing fee? Why do you keep asking about these men? Why are you obsessed with these men? You keep asking me questions about another man, man. What's wrong with you? Who raised you little niggas? Yeah, man. How did it feel when you met, Gangsta Brown? The same when I meet another NEP, nigga. Like, goddamn. I don't see none of them niggas like that. You know what I mean? Stop asking me questions. Juju. Bro, like I said, no disrespect to them gentlemen. But bro, stop. Unless we having a conversation about reputable, respectable gentlemen in the game and I'm bringing names up, bro, don't be asking me about them. You niggas be sounding like you got your purse in your hand and you going to Pimp R Us and you shopping for a pimp. What you hear about Juju? What you hear about Good Game? What about Don? You ever met him? Bro, stop. Let the bitches do that. That's something I expect from a bitch. I don't expect no grown ass man to be, what about him? Or how did you feel when you met? I know such and such. Nigga, do they know Sinful to P? So don't do that no more, bro. It's very homosexual. It got homosexual undertones, to it, bro. It's the spirit of hey, it's the spirit of hi in it. You know what I mean? It's the spirit of, it ain't even the spirit of okay. It's the spirit of K, in it, bro. Stop doing that, bro. You know what I mean? Stop. Don't ask me about another man, man. Hit the like button. Get them likes over 400, y'all. You know what I mean? Everybody hit the like button. But let me just say this about that youngster, man, that be out on the blade, man. I don't have no problem with that because, he doing this thing. I think he be rapping too. So it's kind of good that he's able to build up his IG platforms so he can sell his music, so he could build his campaign. And I know what it is. I think that, many of you have tried to do, what he has done, but, you failed at it because what he does, he's good at it. And, the Instagram pages that he has, the followings that he has, it shows that he's cool. Y'all don't like, I noticed that. Y'all don't like when a nigga have some hot music or he got something that's hot and he got strippers and hoes and shit listening to him or following him, and y'all go in the comment section and all the hoes, all the pretty squares, all the strippers, you know what I mean? All the little square prostitutes is laughing and giggling in the comment section. That's what you don't like. And when you go to your comment section, it's dry than all the deserts in Arizona. That's what your motherfucking ass don't like. You don't like the fact that ain't nobody in your DM, ain't nobody in your comment section, ain't nobody hitting your phone up, ain't nobody trying to sit up there. Your name ain't ringing bells in the streets. Your name ain't ringing bells on the internet, and you upset about it. You in your feelings about it. You want to pout. You sitting over there looking like cool kid after getting checked right now. You know what I mean? You in your feelings about this shit. You know what I mean? And you have every right to be in your feelings. You know what I mean? Because don't nobody know about you, and that's your fault. You know, but yeah, man, I don't have no problems, man. Shout out to that dude, man. You know what I mean? He be doing his thing, and I've kind of like, what he doing as far as his music, cause I done heard like 2 songs, and he actually can rap. You know, he actually can rap. He's not a bad rapper. So, it is what it is, man. Blessings to him. I don't have nothing bad to say about what he doing. I don't have nothing bad to say about none of the young pimps that's on the blade, on Fig, doing their thing. Blessings to the young pimping. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Hey, you niggas, man, if you upset about your hoe, being on a video or a picture and all of that type of shit, hey, man, you know what I mean? Then maybe you want to sit up there and be like them square ass niggas, man. They be putting them bitches and shit on the goddamn internet and shit, man. Maybe we want to hide your bitch, because these are the things that happen when you send that hoe outside. When that hoe get outside, right, she gets sweated. When that hoe get outside, she looking like something, pictures will be taken. If that hoe look beautiful, motherfuckers is gonna record themselves getting at that bitch. You know what I mean? All type of shit. This is what's gonna happen in the 2020, era of this game. And if you don't want that happen, then man, just keep that bitch in the house then, man. If you don't like what happens outside, then be like the rest of the non-pimping motherfuckers and just keep that bitch in a hotel, and you play omnipresent to pee with the bitch and shit and babysit that hoe. But when you send that bitch outside, nigga, this the shit that happens outside. So it is what it is. I don't have nothing bad to say about him, man. Blessings to that young man. But
see, like it's the same thing like with us, man. When somebody wants a certain type of attention, but they can't do what you do to get that attention, you know what I mean? Niggas just be jealous. That's what it boils down to. It's a combination of niggas being mad for motherfuckers getting their bitch out of pocket, or, you know what I mean, niggas just be jealous, man. Like with you, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers is jealous of you and be having criticism with the ism, not because of what you're doing, but it's because of the fact that they can't do what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
same thing with your music. Same thing with your rapping. Same thing what's gonna take place with Freeze rapping and shit, and you know what I mean, what Freeze gonna be doing in the game, and how his channel getting ready to sit up there and blow the fuck up. They about to sit up there and get more on Freeze. There's about to be more haters and shit. Now the Freeze is starting to go hard and be more active on YouTube. It's gonna be a lot of more hatred. It's going to be a lot more gossip. It's going to be a lot more lies and rumors. It just come with the territory, man. I told y'all that. You know what I mean? When you a popular pimp, you know what I mean? If you somebody popular in this game, and then you got all these no-name motherfuckers that wish, you know what I mean, that they had your spotlight, it's going to be a lot of niggas, man, that wish that, God had blessed them to be intelligent like my brother. You know what I mean? Attractive to the ladies like my brother. In shape, you know what I mean, like my brother. Always sharp and clean like my brother. A rapping ass motherfucker like my brother. You know what I mean? So, with the things that God done blessed my bro with, you know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of hatred on my brother, man. It's going to be a lot of hatred on Freeze, man. Hey, let me just say this. What rumor, what lie, what slander have me and Freeze not endured? Like, when you think of everything that's been said about Freeze, when you look at everything that's been said about Sinful to P, what have we not been called? Oh, man, them niggas is gay. Oh, man, them niggas is squares. Oh, man, them niggas is lames. Oh, man, them niggas is pedophiles. Oh, man, them niggas is homosexuals. Oh, man, I heard Freeze got a disease, and he's spreading a deadly, incurable, sexually transmitted disease around. Oh, man, Sin is his daddy. Oh, man, Sinful is Freeze daddy. Freeze can't do nothing without his daddy. Oh, man, Sin ain't no pimp. Freeze gave him all the game. They always tried to divide and conquer with us. You small brain motherfucker. And we just sit back and laugh because let me just say this. Hold on. Let me just say this, bro. Let me just say this. We don't even think that you niggas is intelligent. So it's laughable. Man. It's even laughable when a motherfucking dumbass nigga try to sit up there and outsmart two motherfuckers that God done blessed more than him. It's laughable, man. That shit makes me laugh when you niggas be trying to come with some motherfucking third grade manipulation tactics to sit up there and manipulate me from going on against my brother, man.
That's really what it be. That's really what it be feeling like, bro. It really be feeling like an actual real life third grader is trying to manipulate us, man.
Bro.
That's what that shit be feeling like, man. It'll be like in the body of a grown ass nigga, but it really feels like a little kid in the third grade
with
like
a joystick. Right. And I just be thinking, I just be thinking to myself, like, you know what I mean? First of all, y'all, if you look at most of these niggas' little choreography, you know what I mean? Most of these niggas, you know, they say they was gang banging. They couldn't do that right. Motherfuckers say he was a hustler. Couldn't do that right. Then sat up there and became a hoe hustler. Not doing that right. So, you know, of course, you're mad. You're upset. You tried to work, that didn't work. You tried to sell work, that didn't work. Now you're trying to send work, and that's still not working. Hey man, you just a non-blessed motherfucker, man. It just nothing. Yeah, just know it ain't. It just don't work. Nothing's working out for you, man. You know what I mean? You niggas, you niggas, man, is just fucked up. You just got to realize that it was predestined for you to be fucked up. It was predestined for me to shine on your motherfucking ass. It was motherfucking predestined, you know what I mean, for me to be more blessed than you. It was predestined for Freeze to shine on you. It was predestined for you to be a hater and have conference calls with other miserable, stupid, you understand me, fake jewelry having motherfuckers, so you can sit up there and talk about this real pimping, nigga. Yeah, that's what it's about, nigga. Sitting over there, and yeah, while my brother on the phone, let me say this. Yeah, nigga, I heard about that motherfucking Mariah Carey ass Sebastian Call, nigga, that you made with the pimping, sitting over there talking about some, I got a problem with sin. I got a problem with sin. Yeah, little nigga, I heard about that. And nigga, I don't want nobody to try to play Minister Farrakhan between me and you either, nigga. Whenever, you understand me, we see each other, it is what it is. Keep your ass off the internet. Stop sitting over there calling pimps to try to get somebody to squash it. I don't even know your punk ass. You understand? I don't want nobody to sit up there and squash it. It is what it is. I'm the Minister Farrakhan of this shit. Don't nobody squash shit with me, nigga. You sit up there and went at my brother. You sit up there, you understand me, and said shit about my brother that wasn't true. And then you sit up there and tried to act gangster, you understand me, with Freeze. Freeze wasn't even thinking about you. You understand me? The only reason why you tried to play gangster is because of that incident. So I want you to sit up there, you understand me, and try to pull that shit with me and see how that work out for you when you see me. But when you see me, you ain't gonna do nothing but ask for an autograph or come with some conversation, because if you come on any other thing, I'm gonna rebuke your motherfucking ass and make you an example, nigga. Real talk. So when I seen you acting tough and just, I'm not even gonna get into all that, but I just know a bitch ass nigga when I see one. I can smell the perfume of bitch ass nigga on you, nigga. I can smell the perfume of jealousy nigga on you, nigga. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But you gonna sit up there and die another motherfucker. You understand? You know what I mean? You making a conference call talking about this pimping. You know what I mean? That's gonna be your life, nigga. You sitting over there talking about this pimping. You know, and I don't even want to get into all that, how you niggas been having conference calls about my dick. You know what I mean? Like, ladies, you know what I mean? I just want y'all to know, you know what I mean? My dick is on high demand. You know, even amongst the pimping. These niggas have had conference calls, ladies, about my dick. You know what I mean? My dick is very famous in this game, bitch. You know what I mean? These niggas be having conference calls about where my dick done been, everything. You know what I'm saying? They done sit up there, you understand me, and talk for hours about a pimp's dick, bitch. Yeah. Right. And everything. Hold on, what he say? I'ma find out where you get your game from. I'ma find out where you pimping at and everything. That's the inside. Y'all only know if you sit up there and watch Dude channel. He sit up there and took it from this goofy. I'ma find out where you get your information from. I'ma find out where you be at and everything. Hell no. These niggas be We gonna find out where y'all getting swole at. We gonna find out where y'all reading at. We gonna find out where y'all pimping at and everything. Yeah, but that's enough talking about you clown ass niggas, man. But yeah, when bro called me and told me about that shit, I ain't do nothing but laugh. Nigga, I don't know you, nigga. And I don't want to know you.
Man,
I don't even know you. I don't want to know you.
nigga dying to be known too.
Right. Trying to get motherfuckers, man, you think you could call them? And that's another thing. I'm not even gonna call this other nigga name, but just to show how goofy these niggas be, one nigga he get at me, he like, yeah, P man, I think you was I think you remember this, bro? I think you was a little too hard on me, man. You had said such and such, such. I might not be nothing to you, but I'm something out here, man, in this California, man. Woo, 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 woo. You know what I mean? It'd be a pleasure, man, if I could just chop it up with you, man, like a gentleman, man, because as a man, I feel disrespected. And I felt like, I thought that, you know what I mean, he genuinely felt disrespected. So, I got on the line with him. As soon as I get on the line, I just want to say, man, I respect you a whole lot, man. You didn't help me get through so. I'm like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean? The nigga pulling out, this nigga want an autograph. And what I didn't tell you is the nigga had made 2 public videos. Like, yeah, man. He had posted the videos on his page. Like, yeah, man, Sinful to P went hard on me, man. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. And other California P's and shit, because I ain't gonna lie, I love y'all Southern Cali niggas, man, but, a lot of y'all got that, and I understand because gangbanging is in y'all culture, but, you just got a lot of that shit be lame as hell, man. Oh, man, what are you on? What are you on, bro? What are you on, P? What are you on, man? Like y'all was about to sit up there and gang on this pimping and shit. I was like, man, okay, gather all these niggas together, man, so I could just have a roast conference. But the nigga sat up there, you understand me, and he jumped on the line, you know what I mean? Yeah, P, man, I just wanted to tell you, man, I appreciate you. And I like, so when did I say anything disrespectful? No, man, it ain't about that. It ain't about that. So I was like, yeah, okay, he just wanted to talk to a pimp. And so immediately after the call, this nigga gets on Instagram. Yeah, I just want to let it be known. I talked to Sinful to P. We worked everything out.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that weird ass nigga, man.
You know what I mean? We had a long conversation. You know what I mean? We talked out our differences. You know what I mean? And we see eye to eye now. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Simple to P. Cause he being a blessing. You know what I mean, to the game. And for the young P's. And I appreciate him, man, cause he a real nigga, man. He really didn't even have to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? But he took out the time to talk to me, man. So, I really appreciate that, man. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, man. YouTube, just go put in Simple to P, man, and hit the subscribe button. Follow him on Instagram. I'm like, wow. Wow. Yeah, he tagged me. I was like, wow. These niggas are weird. And that's what, if y'all notice, after that little incident, after niggas was percolating and pussy popping, all in the comment section, spreading lies on my neck after that, because it was hurtful. Because a lot of them same niggas, was hitting my line up, always in my DM, always in my inbox. They was a whole fan. And then, to see you jump ship like that, like a bitch, I was like, wow. So I see how I'm gonna be with these niggas, man. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But yeah, the nigga tagged me, man. Talking about some, did he tag you? Yeah, he tagged me, man. I just want to let it be known. We talked out our differences. I was like, we talked out our differences. He's like, we talked out our differences. We seeing eye to eye now. P a good dude,
right,
man.
It's like how pimp have differences with a nigga he didn't even know exists. Like, nigga, I don't even know you exist, nigga. Like, how I got differences with you.
Okay, listen. Okay, because me and Freeze end up talking all night, so I at least want to give y'all over, half an hour, man. Y'all get a good 40, 50 minutes in. Hold on. All right, that number that you see above, you can call in right now. Yup, that 773 line. If anybody want to call right now, if you want smoke, if you want to roast us, if you want to talk shit, if you want to ask questions, if you want to make statements, you can do that right now. Hello?
Hey, top of the P, how y'all doing, man? What's up? What's up, Freeze?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, blessed, man. Highly blessed, man. Hey, I wanted to ask y'all a question. One, have y'all ever experienced this? Because I have. Let me shortly say this, man. I knocked this man. I knocked this nigga out of Texas, man. Knocked him for his baby mama. And when I knocked the nigga for his baby mama, like I say, I turned around, like I say, gave the nigga, like you would say, spin, get a nigga, you know what I'm saying, a currency call. And yeah, so he acted like he accepted it, P. And then right after that, right? So how about, man, this I'm just gonna say this fella, man, turned around and sent the police to my location, man, talking about, man, the welfare of a child because I knocked him for his baby mama, man.
Wow. Wow. It don't surprise me though. Go ahead, I'm listening, but this don't surprise me though.
Yeah, so my question to y'all is like, man, have y'all ever experienced anything like that, man?
I didn't experience some sucker ass shit, but I'm trying to think, have I ever went through that? I'm gonna let bro talk because right now it ain't coming to my memory as far as that exact thing. We didn't all experience some sucker shit though. But go ahead, bro. You got it.
Yeah, nah, I've never experienced that particular brand of sucker ass shit.
That brand.
But yeah, that's a special brand.
These niggas got brands.
Man.
These niggas got, y'all niggas got brands of suckers.
Yeah, but I've heard of this type of shit going on. You know what I mean? I know of other individuals who have been, through a similar situation, man. It's one individual that I got in mind, man. Same type of thing. He got knocked for his baby mama. And what he ended up doing is because the baby mama was on probation, and he sicked the PO on the baby mama. You know what I mean? And I can't remember. I don't want to get the line. I can't remember if the violation had anything to do with the child or not. But yeah, she ended up getting violated and having to, do months in jail and all type of shit. You know what I mean? But it was ultimately because he was mad about the fact that the bitch had shows up. And what he really was mad about was the fact that the motherfucker that she chose up with did much greater pimping on her than he did.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about did like 1,000 times much greater pimping on the bitch than the baby daddy did. You know what I mean? So, it's unfortunate, man. Like, it's a fucked up thing, man, that to have somebody like that attached to your situation, man. But yeah, man, motherfucker just gotta. Damn, I don't even know how you deal with some shit like that. Like, with a motherfucker like that's playing with them people, man.
Hey, Pete,
motherfucker just plays so.
No, go ahead, Freeze.
Nah, I'm saying, motherfucker just it's fucked up when motherfuckers play unfair like that. You know what I mean? When you knock a bitch fair and square, and a nigga just be so in his feelings. And what's even more fucked up, is the motherfuckers that he cool with, or everybody that know him, you know what I mean? They'll find this shit out and still be cool with a motherfucker like that.
Man, facts.
Like me, if I find some shit out like that, I don't give a fuck if we been cool 10, 15, 20, however many years, man. If I find out that a motherfucker did some shit like that, I can't fuck with you no more.
Exactly.
We not cool no more. You know what I mean? But that's just the times that we in, man. Like, we in a time now where everything is just acceptable. And it's like motherfuckers don't honor rules anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like I spoke on the other day. I did a video about motherfuckers having rules. You know what I mean? And that's a big part of the reason why the game is so out of whack right now with the majority of people in it, is because motherfuckers don't have no type of respect for rules anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you already see it, like, when it comes to snitching. You know what I mean? Like the whole 6ix9ine situation, man. Like, I'm so appreciative of that because it exposed the true nature of a lot of motherfuckers, man.
Yep.
You know, it's so many supposed to be street niggas that was justifying what he did. Like, oh, man, the niggas fucked his baby mama and tried to rob and kill him and kidnap him, man.
Right. They were right.
Saying all that, but he was big blood and blood this and red rag that and all that, man. I don't feel sorry for none of that shit. You know what I mean? It just, to me, it just, you know, I guess I'm old school in that sense, man. Like, I don't believe in helping the police do their job. Never. You know what I mean? Never. Especially,
man, I'm come on. Hey man, this is like an honestly sent the police to my door piece. So when the police knocked at my door, I'm like, man, so I go open the door. I'm like, what's going on? He said, hey, well, listen, we got a call, you know, something about the welfare of a child. I said, the welfare of a child? I said, man, ain't no child up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to that nature, right? He gonna say, well, I said, man, what is this about, man? I said, there ain't no disturbance or nothing like this. I've been in this room, you know what I'm saying, for multiple days, man. I'm good. He gonna say, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got this call from Texas. I said, wow, man, I already knew right then and there, man, it came from the sucker, right?
Hey, it's crazy, you know, like this is just reminding me, earlier this year, one of my close partners, and I was there when the shit happened, you know what I mean? Only difference is, you know what I mean, this particular bitch, her baby daddy wasn't in the game. Her baby daddy is a square. But same type of thing, right? Like, you know, Pimpin' had drove with the bitch to North Carolina to go pick up the baby, and then brought the baby back down. And, you know what I mean, Pimpin', same type of thing. Like we was just talking about, Pimpin' take care of the little boy like he is, taking him to the daycare.
Right.
You know what I mean, paying for the daycare, all the shit, you know what I mean? And it was a situation where the bitch had went to jail. The baby daddy already was a known sucker, you know what I mean? Pimpin' already knew he was a sucker. So baby daddy went to jail. I mean, the bitch went to jail. The bitch went to jail, right? Now, baby daddy, he don't know what's going on because it really ain't none of his business, you know what I mean? But he calling the bitch, and of course he not getting through because the bitch is in jail. So this sucker ass nigga did the same thing, man. I'm talking about call the police for do the welfare check on the child, and I just so happened to be there when the police came. You know what I mean? And people answered the door, and you know, of course he pimped through the situation, so everything was smooth. But it was just the fact that this nigga did that shit.
Right.
And they said the same thing. They said the same shit. They was like, yeah, we got a call from North Carolina. I was like, wow, this shit crazy. You know what I mean? So, and then the cold part about it, P, this gonna fuck you up. So the bitch get out of jail, everything go back to normal, everything cool. This sucker ass nigga had the audacity to come and pull up to Pimpin's joint to pick up the little baby. Wow. After he called the police to Pimpin's joint. That shit was crazy.
Baffled.
I was like, man. And it's like, it's so fucked up because, you know, like, man, it take a special motherfucker to not want to whoop a motherfucker's ass to do some shit like that. This nigga at your doorstep now to pick up the baby?
Man, listen here.
But man, you know, like Pimpin', you know, and then the cold part about it, the nigga Pimpin' confronted the nigga and he kind of like gave like a little smirk, like he kind of chuckled a little bit about the shit. You know what I mean? So these just the type of niggas that we dealing with in today's times, man. Like, we just in a time where, you know, niggas don't play fair. Niggas be using the police as a line of defense now, man. That shit crazy.
All the time. And that's because they ain't got no game, though. They ain't got no game at all, and then they don't know how to, you know, send the pimp back up, man. So the first thing they want to do, you know what I'm saying, is put them people on. They want to try to stop one from doing what they doing best, man.
Right. And
hey,
you know, like you say, motherfuckers not. Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. You started. Go ahead.
Now, I was just saying, you know, it kind of ties in with a motherfucker not having game, right? Them same motherfuckers, you know, karma is a motherfucker, you know, and them same type of motherfuckers that don't be having game, when they do be up, You know, and this is why they do shit like this, like what dude just did with you. You know what I mean? Because when they be up and they be in position, it be situations where, you know, a pimp that they was cool with, you know what I mean, might fall off and go to leaking and shit like that, and niggas turn the cold shoulder on a pimp like that. You know, like these niggas, they just so fucking weird now. You know what I mean? It could be
overtly
a pimp that looked out for you when you was down. You know what I mean? When you was fucked up, this motherfucker was looking out for you. But now that you own and pimping fall off, it might be in between hoes and shit like that. Man, motherfuckers act like they don't know you. And it's like, what motherfuckers don't be understanding, man, like I said before, sometimes the greatest jug that a pimp could give another pimp is just to sit around and kick pimping with a motherfucker.
Sharp game.
And get a motherfucker back sparked up about this game. You know, but that's a whole nother discussion. But I say all that to say, you know, them same type of motherfuckers end up in situations like what dude is in. You know what I mean? End up getting knocked for the baby mama, which he probably in love with the bitch, you know? And you know, he over there mad about the fact he probably ain't even, these niggas be so weird, P. He probably ain't even mad at the fact that you sinning and breaking and pimping on the bitch. He probably thinking about what's going on sexually with the bitch.
Man,
you know
and she probably over there sucking his dick.
Pimping gonna be like, damn, man, I miss checking that bitch trap every day.
Hey,
this
bro.
Over there like, man, I miss going up inside that bitch every day, man.
Ain't thinking about no pimping.
Family, man. We already got one baby, man. We supposed to have some more babies, man.
Man.
Over there about babies, man.
bro, without even mentioning that nigga name, but you know who I'm talking about. He's like, man, she probably over there sucking his dick. You know what I'm saying? And see, he can't handle the head. I already know he can't handle the head. You know what I mean? You know, he probably over there, you know, all in love with the bitch. She putting that head on him. You know what I mean? Because I already know his square ass can't handle the head. And I was just like, that fucked my mind up to hear somebody claiming this pimping, you know what I mean, even talking like that. Like, wait a minute, hold on. What you say, P? He can't handle the head. Well, guess what? I thought to myself, well, guess what? He handling that bread, though. Yeah. But, you know what I mean, the niggas sit up there, you understand me? And you know who I'm talking about, bro. Like I said, I ain't even trying to go in on dude like that. But the whole conversation, he kept going in about sex. So I just want to say this. Hey, man, when you knock these niggas, man, for the bitch, you know, you have to look at it. Well, let me stop. A pimp can't even see it from a sucker's perspective. But let's just try from the outside looking in of suckerdom. The reason why is because a lot of suckers did a lot of shit behind closed doors with these bitches and don't want their secrets being told. That bitch a lot of these bitches got some things about these niggas that, man, they want to go to the grave. You know what I mean? Like I said, that one nigga, I ain't even trying to bring him up. He didn't want that bitch to expose that he was sucking on dildos. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want that bitch to let it be known, you know what I mean, the sexual things that they be doing, you know what I mean? But that came out in a pimp and hoe group. Hey, man, niggas been getting exposed from ancient times to recent times in this game, but it's just more dangerous now, man, because that technology is a motherfucker. They got pimp and hoe groups now. Hey, bro, remember that time? I ain't even gonna bring up his name, even though he's a fucking buster. But remember that nigga, bro, that was in the bed with the bitch, and she was like, I'm not gonna let you fuck me. And he just in the bed, bro. He just in the bed. The bitch recording him, and the nigga. Hold on. The nigga. Go ahead.
That's the baby mama that I was talking about in the situation.
Where I already
got knocked for the baby mama and called the probation officer.
Bro, I already knew. But the bitch, she's sitting over there recording this goofy ass nigga, and he's sitting over there jagging off in the bed with this white bitch, and she's like, I'm not gonna let you fuck me. I'm not gonna let you. No, you're gonna just have to jag. You're just gonna have to jag off. And he's in the bed like a motherfucking perverse trick, just laying in the bed. I'm talking about going hard.
Bitch, he's looking into the camera. Wow.
He's the bitch.
sees
The bitch. Nah, bro, I'm gonna be so motherfucking 100. He even let that be known. He was off that thing. So he really wasn't, he thought he was in cool mode. So even though he was looking, it do appear like he knew what was going on, but in reality, he was sitting over there high with the bitch. You know what I mean? And that's why he was getting off like that. You know what I mean? In front of the thing, he didn't know that the bitch was gonna upload this to a pimp and hoe group. He wasn't expecting, pimps to see this cross country of him in the bed just whacking off, just killing himself in the bed with this white bitch, man. He was in the bed with that white bitch, man, with the snow, man. You understand me? Killing himself. You know what I mean? Enjoying himself. He didn't care nothing. He didn't care nothing about that. Oh, you recording? Man, that nigga was just in his own land, right? So it just go to show, man. Hey, man, these niggas be doing so many things. You know what I mean? I can understand. Well, I can strive to. It ain't my lifestyle, but you know what I mean. These niggas be wanting to. Hey, man, bro, even know, bro. It's just like that motherfucking time I told you about in Chicago. You know what I mean? When I had got the bitch out of bounds, and you know what I mean? I'm in Chicago, I'm downtown Chicago, and man, motherfuckers talking about how could a person get killed downtown? Hey, I was gonna sit up there and get my head blown off if it had not been for the mercies of God in this motherfucking game. You know what I mean? But the nigga sitting over there getting at the bitch, I was getting ready to have the bitch. He come up, and I'm still popping pimping at the bitch. I'm thinking that, I didn't think the nigga was a pimp, but I thought he was at least gonna keep it player. Hey, man, that nigga pulled a gun on me, man, like nigga on Larry, nigga, I'll blow your motherfucking head off. So, hey, man, when it come, to this to this game, hey, you could either lose your life, or you can sit up there and be behind bars doing life over one of these sucker ass niggas. Now, of course, when he had that gun on me, I ain't gonna sit up here and give you guys a movie. You know what I mean? Hey, man, you could go, hey, it is what it is, man. Go ahead and, have the bitch. You know what I mean? Do your thing. But, I done been in a lot of situations with suckers, that could have really went bad with me, man. These niggas really be ready to sit up there and catch a case over these bitches, man. Or put a case on you.
And it's so fucked up because, I'm already knowing, a pimp be trying to pimp by the book and serve a motherfucker when they knock a motherfucker, but shit like that will make a motherfucker not even want to serve a nigga, man.
Yeah.
Man,
but see, go ahead.
Hey, Free, how about this, P? Hey, so, so once I get the white bitch, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I picked the bitch mind, man, and find out all type of little details, right? So, since after he sent the motherfucking people to my motherfucking room door, I said, okay, so what I did, P, how about this? I went back and knocked the other two bitches from him. You hear what I'm saying? Because see, I found out all the frauds she was making, so I went and capitalized on all of them. I said, no, since she wasn't them people to me, I got something for you.
Right.
I'm gonna hit you for these other two bitches.
From the whole household.
Man, I hit them for the other two bitches, P. And right now, to this day, like I say, I still got the white bitch. You know what I'm saying? The other two bitches that I knocked, you know what I'm saying? One of them blue, but I still holding on to two of them bitches I got from that sucker, man.
Right. That's how you get him back. You know what I mean? With the pimping.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hit that nigga upside the head with this gang.
Man.
I mean, it's just fucked up that like. It's just the times that we in, man. Like, because it's like, what do you do with a motherfucker like that? But
passes.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this.
I know how.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I don't
be wanting to, get an eye for an eye. Of course, we ain't gonna get an eye for an eye like they going about it. You know what I mean? But motherfucker want to, repay that motherfucker equally some type of way. But you said, you knocked him for the other two after that. You know what I mean? I know he really hates that.
Hey, P. Mm-hmm. Hey, he was really highly upset about it. But hey, I didn't care, man. Hey, what I did, like I said, I just polished up my motherfucking crown and knocked him for the other two bitches. Once I picked this motherfucking bitch mine and she told me all the details, I went and cleaned house up on him. You know what I mean? And she want to send these people to you. I'm gonna show you what a pimp do. I'm gonna clean your house up on you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do. Right. And maybe you go ahead, like how you say, go ahead and go get you a job, man.
Hey,
Right.
I'm gonna say this. You very fortunate to come out that situation the way that you did. Okay, and I'm gonna just let this be known. It's a slim chance of another participant pretty much coming up the way that you did when you're dealing with a sucker of that degree, because when you're dealing with suckers of that degree, you know what I mean, it has a great probability to have you up in somebody's jail or prison. You know what I mean? Because anything to get you out the way, you know what I mean, that's what a motherfucker do. And even now, bro, you know what I mean, be careful. You know what I mean? And hope that God be merciful,
Right.
because like I said, when you're dealing with these suckers, you know what I mean, a sucker will do anything to get you out the way. I'm not gonna go all into it, but I give you one
Right. Right.
example, like the city of Chicago, right? It was this one motherfucker, he was doing his thing. I didn't agree with a lot of shit that he was doing in the city of Chicago, but I'd be a motherfucking lie if I told you that he wasn't doing his thing, man. He was a Milwaukee motherfucker, you know, doing it, having it his way, man. And you know, of course, it's different reasons of why they give of why he got killed. But what I will say is this: when a nigga wants your bitch, you know what I mean. And of course, this ain't got nothing. I'm just showing you how these suckers,
Right.
man. You
Totally.
know, the nigga basically, you understand me, had a bitch that this sucker ass nigga wanted, and you know what I mean. He couldn't knock the nigga. You understand me? Why, you know, the nigga was living. So yeah, that's pretty much what Moses saying, that you know P got canceled, you know what I mean, so dude could get up on the bitch. And he ended up having her for a little short time, but I thought to myself, like, damn, you know what I mean? So you didn't took this man's life, you know, just to have a bitch for 2 seconds. But at the same time, of course, to me it wouldn't make sense. But within that 2 seconds, you probably got what you wanted. You didn't want to pimp, you didn't want to get no money, you just wanted to fuck. You know what I mean? And a lot of times these niggas really just want to fuck. You know,
Right.
so you know they don't give a fuck about a nigga's life, about a nigga doing time, none of that shit. You know what I mean? Man, it just a lot of time, man, is he in love with the bitch? No, a lot. Sometimes it really just be the lust that be controlling these trick ass niggas. You know, that be disguised as pimp ass niggas, Mac ass niggas, but really just a trick ass nigga that'll kill a pimp ass nigga or tell on a pimp ass nigga. You know what I mean? So be very careful, man, and hope that God be merciful, man. You know what I mean? When you dealing, you know, with these suckers. It's just like that time when I had set up there, you know what I mean, and got a sucker, you know, for the bitch, you know what I mean, in Brampton. You know what I mean? He didn't call the people on me, but that was one of his threats to have me deported, because that's how they
Right.
get a lot of these Canadians. That's how they get down, you know, out here. Now, Canada, I'm not saying that, you understand me, this all y'all, you know what I mean? No, you know what I mean? I ain't saying this all y'all, so I ain't, you know, but it's a great population within the location of Canada that if an American pimp is spitting some good game, you know what I mean, at this bitch, if a motherfucker know that you got action at one of his bitches, or a bitch that you want, and you are American, and he know that he can get your ass deported, they will. A lot of P's can't even come back to Canada because they got snitched on by certain Canadians. That's why it's best. I
Wow.
be telling y'all. That's why it's best. You know, man. I just love that turnout situation. You know, when you dealing with squares and you know and flipping them and shit like that, versus especially when you out here, you know, trying to knock one of these suckers. You know what I mean, for one of these little bitches. Because at the same time, from a sucker standpoint, you just took money out my pocket, food out my mouth, pussy off my dick, and a roof from over
My
my
baby
head.
mama.
You know, right? Especially if it's the baby mama. Oh man, when baby mama get knocked, these niggas be everything but the pimping, man. They gonna be a GD, a BD, a Crip, a Blood, a Power. They gonna be everything but this pimping. When baby mama get knocked, you gonna find out who really this and not, because a lot of niggas talk that shit, but when baby mama get knocked, and man, like, man, this nigga fucking my baby mama. She swallowing his nut. She calling him daddy. You know, it just fucked their little mind up, man. It just, it really do something to their spirit, man. I can't even lie to you. I do get a mental gratification just to know that you suckers is fucked up, you know, behind
Man.
this bitch. I
Man.
can't even lie. Webster's Collegiate Dictionary can't even define the high that I have, you know, just knowing that you can't sleep, You like R. Kelly said, I can't sleep, babe. You know, I like that type of shit. You know what I mean? You go over there fucked up behind. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Just to get a sucker in his feelings. But at the same time, it's funny to a motherfucker ready to kill you. It's funny to a motherfucker ready to put you in jail. So yeah, man, just be careful, man. You know what I mean? With that, use wisdom, and it's just like what P said. You know, following the rules. If you get, if you didn't knock the bitch according to this game, you know this nigga is a gang banger, or you know this nigga is a stranger. I always tell P's, hey man, I'ma still serve this nigga, but it's a way that you serve the nigga. You know what I mean? Like if I know that this nigga ain't no pimping, I know the nigga a bona fide, you know what I mean, certified sucker. Hey man, when I sit up there and get that nigga the news, he might think that I'm in the same state. You know what I mean? He don't need to know where I'm at. You know what I mean? Just hey man, yeah, she gonna be out there tonight, man. You gonna have oh okay, she gonna be oh okay, you still here? Hey man, she gonna be yeah out there tonight, you know, woo 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 woo. You know what I mean? Like he don't need to know where the pimping at. He just needs to go ahead.
No, AP, hey, check this out. The reason how he found out, like I said, once I got the bitch, you know what I'm saying, and broke on the bitch, you know what I'm saying, hey, immediately, you know what I'm saying, after picking the bitch mind, man, I put the bitch right back down in the same location. You hear me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't trying, you know what I'm saying, run off like the boogeyman with the bitch. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to let him know, man, I got the bitch and put the bitch right back down.
Yeah, listen to what I'm telling you. That's cool, and you was blessed to make it out that circumstance. But when you talk to veteran seasoned pimps about this, and you in a pimp circle, hey man, I'm just giving it to you like it is. A lot of seasoned veteran pimps will even tell you, I'm not serving no gangbang. I'm not serving no sucker. I'm not serving no stranger. Because you got to look at it from their perspective. Some of these pimps that lost good pimp partners, you know what I mean? Some pimps have been a victim, you know, to these suckers. So some of the veteran pimps, man, they see it differently, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not serving no gangbanger. I'm not serving no nigga that ain't this pimping. It is what it is. I understand what you're saying. And yeah, you know, I'm going to put the bitch back down and everything, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if I knew that from listening to this shit and then just seeing the way that he moved, that the nigga is a certified goofy, no, I'm not going to make provisions to catch a bullet or catch the police at my door. You know what I mean? It's just a way that you move when you dealing with suckers. You can't put it like this.
Right, dude.
You gonna end up always losing your life or basically doing a life sentence behind one of these niggas trying to play an unfair game fair with niggas that ain't this pimping. How you gonna keep it P with a nigga that ain't this pimping? How you gonna sit up there, you understand me, and motherfucking keep it P with a nigga, you understand me, that don't respect this pimping? You know, and I'm gonna put it to you like this. Motherfuckers that really pimped out here in these streets, they know what the fuck I'm talking about. You can't pimp past every situation. You know, it's not gonna be a Minister Farrakhan speaking situation. It's gonna be some times where, you know, a sucker might say something to do something, you know, disrespectful. And, you know, them demons gonna manifest. You're gonna be like, wait a minute, did this bitch ass nigga? You know what I mean? So every situation, you're not gonna pimp past. So that's why when young pimps ask me, you know, P, should I have a gun? You know, do you? And the older pimps will tell you that your gun is your mouthpiece and everything, and your mouthpiece is a gun. But in 2020 and this era, hey man, niggas ain't playing fair. You know, so if the spirit of wisdom is telling you to pick up a piece, especially man, you out there in a place like Arizona and shit like that, you know, where you can sit up there, you understand me, go ahead, you know what I mean, and have that shit on you and everything, and you ain't gotta have no problems and shit like that. Hey man, it is what it is. Protect your life at all costs, young P. You are the best definition of important, and it would really hurt me, you know what I mean, to see a young pimp lose his life. Ain't nothing worse than a young pimp losing his life to a fucking sucker. You know what I mean? That's why I keep saying, hey, being around a sucker for 2 seconds is too long. Being around a sucker ass nigga for 2 seconds is too long. Once the spirit of God show you that this nigga is bound by the spirit of a sucker ass nigga, get the fuck from around him. Cause he gonna either do something that's gonna make you take his life or put or beat. And then most of these niggas can't take an ass whooping. So after you beat the dingleberries out the nigga, he's going to go get the gun. You know, he don't want to be the laughing stock on the blade. Like, damn, man. You know what I mean? I heard you was talking crazy. You know what I mean? The freeze, man. You swung and he caught you, man. And you know what I mean? He put his whole body on you, man. And freeze just choked the living hell out you, man. You couldn't breathe, man. You was on the ground gasping for air, man. You know, that's going to be everywhere. You know what I mean? So a nigga, once word get around town, bitch, you know, bitches, they going to be talking, yeah, I can't choose up, but what's the name? Why, what happened? Girl, he getting beat up on the blade. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? He going to go get that. He's going to go get that gun. He's going to go get that gun, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. You know, these niggas ain't playing fair, and some of you niggas is going to lose your life trying to play an unfair game fair. And if the spirit of wisdom told you to get a piece, hey, man, fuck what these old niggas is talking about, man. Hey, man, things was more polished and established in their times. In today's times, we got more wolves in sheep's clothing. If the spirit of wisdom tells you to go get a piece, hey, man, go get you a few pieces. You know what I mean? And sit up there, you understand me, and be armed and dangerous around this motherfucker. You never know when you gonna need it. You know what I mean? And then, hold on, let me just say this. What you gonna do if a sucker-ass nigga really wanna cause problems with you, and he don't see you on the blade, but he see one of your bitches? And he sit up there and smack the fuck out that bitch or beat that bitch up on the track. What your motherfucking ass gonna do then? Exactly. Niggas that done had real street situations, real blade situations, know you're not gonna be able to pimp past every situation. Everything is not gonna be kumbaya. And like I've been telling y'all, I'm not gonna say too much, but that's the reason why for some of y'all that come out of gangs, or you know, you got, you know, niggas that's still in the life, and you know, you just got real niggas that you know, hey man, when you start coming up in the pimp game and doing your thing, hey man, don't forget about your niggas, man. You know what I mean? Look out for a motherfucker, man. Oh man, what's going on with you? Are you sure? Oh man, here, take this. You know what I mean? Hey man, you reap what you sow. You have to sow, you know what I mean, into the streets, man. And you know, when it's time for situations like that, and it's time to send, you know what I mean, them prayer warriors after that nigga so they can go pray for him. You know, once he sit up there, a disappearing act happen. Hey man, you don't know nothing about that, man. All you do is pimp, man. You know, I don't know nothing. Damn, what? He just lost his life? God damn, man, that's fucked up. He was a hard-headed dude, man, but I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Damn, that's fucked up. Now, what you say, P?
No, hey, how about it, P? Just like this here, man, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Before this beautiful lifestyle, man, there was another, you know what I mean? And just like that, just with all that being said, what you just spoke on, P, hey, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, hey, stay in tune with homes, you know what I'm saying, just for those measures, you know, you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, as my man once said, may he rest in peace, Bonafide used to always say, man, hey, stay away from these suckers, man, if you get stuck to them like a blow pop, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, put it to you like this, man. Put it to you like this, man. Always keep you, that's why, you know, when niggas say, I only fuck with pimps, man, and well, no, that's not true. You know what I mean? I fuck with real niggas, man, all across the board. And, you know, it's good to not front your move. You know, don't be on the internet arguing with niggas. Don't ever be in the, for you young niggas that's listening, don't ever be cuz this, blood this, on Chief this, Larry this, or nigga when I see you. When a nigga talking shit or they talking shit on the internet, you stay calm. Don't ever be in no internet wars, because when niggas disappear, like I always say, you won't be a suspect because they was never a subject on your platform. You know what I mean? And even when, just like I'll be doing, sometimes you'll see me get my Jay-Z on sometime. I'll talk shit, but I won't never mention a name. They know who I'm talking to though. You don't, because you don't need to know, but they know who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Right. So, you know, like I said, man, when certain things happen in the streets, you know, that you don't want nobody to think that you was involved or anything like that. That's why when people go to your page, they only need to see positivity, spirituality. Like, oh man, Pete, oh man, that was a good post. He talking about Malcolm X. Oh man, wow, Philippians 3:16. Oh wow, okay. You the least they would never expect, you know what I mean, for you to sit up there and have this nigga pray for, because, you know what I mean, you on some other shit. That's just like with Free. They be like, man, you know, he's a good dude, he's positive, but like I always say, if you don't give a fuck about the life of this sucker, that's fucked up for a real pimp to be losing time out of his life, you know, for a sucker ass nigga for a life that he don't give a fuck about. So when you really don't give a fuck about a certain life of a sucker, why would you make provisions to do life over this life that you don't care about? So you just have to move wisely. And another thing is 2020, you got to be careful if you're going to play that type of game on who you do it with, because, you know, if niggas get caught up, you want to make sure niggas ain't testifying, you know, better than Sister Anderson at Church of God in Christ Wednesday night Bible study. So, you know, make sure you with some solid ass niggas, because, you know, niggas is telling these days, you know what I mean? So make sure, you know what I mean, you with some solid ass niggas when you playing that. But yeah, man, you know, if you're going to play the street game, pimping and hoeing is a street lifestyle. And when they say it's no contact sport, that's a lie. I don't know who said that shit. I know what they probably meant, and it's true to a certain degree. But in today's time, man, hell no. You know what I mean? It's gonna really take the grace of God and the power of this game for you to not put feet, and hands, you know what I mean, on a nigga, or have something done to a nigga. You know? But yeah, P, I appreciate you, man, for calling in.
Oh, for sure, PA. Hey, Freeze, appreciate you too, your input too as well, Freeze.
So for sure, it's a pleasure, man.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all go and get back to it. Hey, once some of y'all ladies go ahead and call in. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of this game. Hey, you gonna get profound information. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's gonna blow your mind at the same time. Hey, go and choose up too. There's nothing wrong with it. Hey, love and blessings to the family too, y'all.
Blessings, man. Blessings. Blessings, man. I'll take one more. I'll take maybe one or two more, because we going on 3 hours. That time creep up fast, man. It feel like we only been live for like 30, 40 minutes, and here it is going on 3 hours. God damn. Hello?
Hello. Hi, family.
Oh, I like the way you even said hello. How are you?
Hi, Free. Hi, Stan. Hi, family. This is Keisha. So,
Oh.
you know, this is why a lot of squares have been attracted to this, because this is a taboo. Nobody talks about this in mainstream media, you know. So with that, I digress. Let me go on to my question. How many dates do it take for a whole pussy to get dry? I mean, like, so how much money are you expecting them to make? And like, how many dates do they got to take? And like, are you sending them out there with some lube? Do they got some Vaseline? Do they just spit on it every time? I mean, because and then when they do get the money and come back and bring it to you, you gonna want some too?
I'm gonna let bro answer it first, cause I got a whole thing to say. Plus, I'm gonna say what I gotta say for your big head ass right after bro finish speaking.
I don't know, man. I mean,
and I don't know if a real hoe need to call in. I don't know if a real hoe need to call in and give the woman advice on this, or if y'all can even give me advice on this. But you know, I want to know. You know.
Yeah, I see you want to know. You know, and
yeah, she Joe right now. She want to know.
Yeah, she.
I mean, I think that's the biggest concern of a lot of women that are squares out here. You know, how many times can you do that? I mean, in a night. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of inhumane. So I mean, and obviously it's not, because that's it's a thing. You know, it's happening. But how do you do that? Because I mean, maybe that can help me out at home too. You know what I'm saying? I do might want to go 3, 4, 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Let me know.
You just woman.
I'm on mute.
Yeah. I wanted to see if bro wanted to say something, because I know exactly what I want to tell you.
Yeah, see, I got something to say too, man. But I think.
Like, we keeping it 100.
No, I'm gonna just say this. I think you should go about getting your answers in a different route. You know.
Right.
Who do I talk to? I don't see no
I mean, who do you want to talk to?
You could can choose who you
I
want to
don't
talk
see no
to.
hoe
but it's
case. I
not-
mean, no, I got the idea. I mean, if it was me, I would just have to walk around with some lube or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not about to
Yeah,
have rug burn.
see, it's not about who you're talking to. It's about how you're talking, and that's what I'm saying. I think you should go about getting your answers a different route. You probably
okay.
better talk like.
But I don't know. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, I know. I know you don't, but you know what I mean. I think simple could probably point you in the right direction.
Well, I mean, hey, I want to say this. Hey, ladies, y'all know how I am. I'm a friend of the game. So whatever feelings or liking that you have for me, that's cool. But if you like my brother or you like another in the comment section or some representation that might call on this telecommunication, hey, if you want to sit up there, you understand me, and have a conversation with any of these gentlemen, you know what I mean, make that known. And I just would be proud to be a vessel that the game used, you know what I mean, to make that happen. So, you know what I mean, if you want to talk to Freeze, you can see that's what I love about this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman might had liked me at first, and she like my brother. And guess what? I ain't gonna be in my feelings about that shit. You know what I mean? Cause she wanna sit up there, you understand, and find the right man. And she might wanna sit up there and find that in my brother. And I'm just glad that she in the game. And because my brother is built the way that I am, you know, a bitch can go from Freeze and she can come over here and get some of this sinful. You know, and Freeze ain't gonna be mad about that shit. You know what I mean? Because
we're not gonna feel no type of way.
No. You could get some of this pimping. Hey, matter of fact, what did Aaron Hall say? Yeah, you get a piece of my love, bitch. You could get a piece of this game. You know what I mean? Tonight. You know what I mean? If that's what you want. You know what I mean? You get some of this free. You know what I mean? You get some sinful. You know what I mean? You get
I'm hanging up.
No, don't hang up. Why you hanging up? Why you hanging up? You know what I mean? See, because see, I could just tell by the way you
answer my questions, and I feel even more lost. I don't even understand what you're saying because I don't talk pimping and hoeing. So
no. See, go ahead, bro.
See, we understand that, but like I said, you know, if you talk to Sin and ask him, you know, how you should go about getting the answers to them questions, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, like I said, he can give you some game on that.
And like I was saying, I was simply saying that Freeze is an informative representative of this game, and he can bless you with clarity, and he can break it down to its minute. So if you want an outstanding understanding from him about that, you could get it from him. But what I will say pertaining to one of your questions, as far as you know, I expect from that woman, how much do I want her to make? I just want that woman to give her all. You know, it's never a number with me. I just want her to give herself in totality.
Nah, that's a lie because I'm not accepting no $500.
Okay, well listen to me. Listen to me, baby. You know, I mean, you saying things, but you saying things without understanding. If she made less than $500 and she's a novice of the game, you know what I mean, and she basically just got in the game and she doesn't understand the game as of yet, I'm not going to say anything to basically make her feel depressed or, you know, bring her down. She's a baby. She's in the incubator with this shit. So the only thing that I need to keep doing is giving her some enlightenment, some encouragement, so she can keep hitting the pavement. And eventually, if she keep giving her ability to the best of her ability, that development gonna come. So no, it's not, once again, it's not so much about the number. It's about her giving herself to the game, because if she keep making deposits of loyalty to the game, the numbers will come. The small shit called money is just gonna come with the territory of her giving herself every day wholeheartedly to the game. That's what you have to understand. If a woman has her mind made up, you know what I mean, to make, you understand me, the best, she want to sit up there and make this man happy. She want to fulfill everything, you understand me, she's going to do that. As a woman thinking, so is she. So as a hoe thinking, so is she. So if when that bitch go out that door and she got her mind made up, and as I like to say, she getting into a continuity of her hoeing, a continuance, those numbers are going to come. It's inevitable. So, like I said, I'm not focused on, especially if she's a square that just got into the game. I'm not focused on so much of, damn, why you ain't 2,000 a day, or why you ain't checked 3,000 a day. Okay, bitch, you fired. No, that's not. You have to keep giving her nourishment, which is the game, and eventually the improvement will come. So, it's not about, this is what I want. Like, I know what you squares read every time you look at a fucking newspaper or you see a motion of discovery. It always say,
Like,
Johnny Cat the Mac, he wanted her to make $1,000 a day, and she couldn't come home unless she made it 1,000. She had to sleep with 12 guys a day, and she had to bring 1,000 or more. All of this stupid shit. That's square shit.
Yeah, that's the misconception. That's the misconception. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to do.
But see, here's a little bit more clarity for you too. See, the pimp's main concern is not the money, because the money just comes with the territory. And the pimp also understands that a hoe will give her money to anybody and anything. Like hoes don't hoes that really do some hoeing and money passes through their hands on a nightly basis. They don't really. A lot of them are very easy to please and simple to please. They have simple desires, for one, and for two, because of that, they not really attached to the money. So a pimp isn't really so excited just based on the mere fact of a hoe giving them some money. A pimp wants something from a hoe that she's not gonna just give to anybody, and that's her hoeing. That's herself surrendering herself to this game. She's not gonna just do that for anybody. It's bitches around. Well, I say bitches, not hoes. A hoe is gonna pay a pimp, but there's bitches in the game that will pay tricks. It's a bitch tonight that's paying the trick right now. Know he a trick. Met him, dating them, and paying them.
Paying the shit out of them.
Family tricks. Right. It's all kind of, shit going on, but, so a pimp don't feel special by a bitch giving them some money, because a pimp know a bitch will give money to anybody. But
I like how you changed. I like how you changed that hoe into bitch. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate the.
Right.
Go ahead.
A bitch will give money to anybody, but a pimp is more concerned about that connection and tapping into her hoeing. And when a pimp tap into her hoeing, with her, then the money is gonna be automatic, for one. And then two, like as far as like hypothetically $500 thing, a pimp is gonna be more upset with a bitch if she come in with 5,000, but he knows she could have came with 10, but she was half-assed. That's why I go back to what bro was saying, as far as her giving it her all. That's the main concern. And if she gave her all and she only ended up with 500 that night, then it's all right.
So
as long as go ahead.
How do you know she gave her all or not?
Well, pimping gonna be on his job, and it's a lot of distractions in the world nowadays. So it's not hard for a pimp to find out, if a hoe is giving it her all or not. Like I said, a pimp is just on his job, and a pimp ain't gonna give away all the secrets and things like that, as far as how he find out whether or not a hoe was on her job. But like I said before, me, I'm kind of like Columbo the P. I'm gonna pay attention to every nook and cranny and every detail, and shit. The pimp can go with all kinds of.
Listen, hold on. Let me say this. Hold on, before you sit up there and Tony Kukoc the next question. Hey, let me say this. A pimp gonna know. A pimp gonna know if the bitch giving her all by the results that's coming in. It's inevitable. If you really like paying attention to this game and you giving yourself wholeheartedly to this game, there's gonna be a change in those numbers. As you keep sitting over there applying the information and you applying this game every day, you sitting over there, you understand me, thinking about how could I be a better whole each and every day. You making sacrifices to make sure your markability is right. You sitting over there getting your mind right, your spirit in tune with the spirit of home before you go out the door. The results are going to change. I'm going to be able to see, you know what I mean, if you applying the game by the results. How do I know that you've been working out? How do I know that you've been sitting over there going to the gym? How do I know that you've been eating right? By seeing the motherfucking results. If a month from now, you still ain't lost no goddamn weight and you still fat as hell, I could tell that you've been eating on the track. You've been sneaking off on the track, eating McDonald's or eating Jack in the Box or something, because I should see the motherfucking results on this goddamn scale, bitch. And that's how I know, you understand me, that you're not applying this game, because I'm looking at the fucking results. I know that this game is impeccable. And you understand me, it's inevitable if a bitch apply it, that numbers is going to be impeccable. So once, you understand me, the results is the same and there's no change in those fucking results, and it's insults, and you catching disappointments instead of appointments out there on that blade, you can't be applying what I'm motherfucking saying and conveying to you every goddamn day. Because I'm still in Canada and I'm still giving instructions to motherfucking pimps, you know what I mean? And motherfucking, and no, this ain't Freeze talking, it's Sinful. Learn them voices. You know what I mean?
I know.
No, I'm not talking to you, baby. I know, baby. But you know what I mean? You sit up there, you understand me, and learn by the results. That's 1, 2, 3 ABC. That ain't no motherfucking hell of a game. A pimp just know by the results. I mean, like I said, I'm in America and I'm counseling pimps, and I got, you understand me, a certain liberty, you know what I mean, that I don't know if anybody else in the game has right now. You know, I'm not just lacing pimps, I'm lacing they hoes as well. So I can see the results of my game by me even being in Canada, and by pimps calling me like, yeah, man, she hit a lick last night. Or the bitch basically, you understand me, what that he first, you know, put on the phone, she wasn't doing nothing but 250s and 300s and shit every day. Now she's sitting over there checking it like the house on fire. What is that? That's the game. She's applying the game. So when you applying the game, your numbers won't be the same. We gonna see a change in them numbers. When you really serious about being a successful hoe, you gonna sit up there, you understand me, and do some abstaining and refraining from putting bullshit in your body, because the lifestyle of a hoe ain't no different than a fucking actress or a movie star. The bitch, you understand me, she gotta be the best definition of markability. So it's some sacrifices that gotta be made for that currency to be made. So yeah, you know what I mean? Do you have another motherfucking question that I need to sit up there, you understand me, and smack you upside the head with this motherfucking game?
No, I do. So what do you mean by the spirit of hoeing? What does that mean? The spirit of hoeing. She better walk out the door and have the spirit of hoeing. What does that mean exactly? Like, how do I walk out the door and have the spirit of hoeing? Does it mean
see, you like you by you having out. Listen. Listen, let me just say this. When we talk about the spirit of pimping or the spirit of hoeing, you know, like when I say a spirit basically, you understand me, is something that's unseen, that manifests itself in matters that's seen. Okay? So you can't see the spirit of hoeing. You know, you can't see it physically. But
how do you display it?
Okay, baby, if you listen, I'll tell you. You know what I mean? When the bitch sit up there, you understand me? Yeah. When the bitch sit up there and hit them streets, and you see that joy that she has, that smile, when she pumped up, you know what I mean? When she walking past depressed, miserable, handsome ass prostitutes that ain't getting no distributes on the blade, and she hopping in and out them cars, and she smiling and she loud about this shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? When you see that bitch sitting over there encouraging other hoes, you understand me, within the family, yeah, that's the spirit of hoeing. When that bitch got that Donna Cherry playing, you understand me, before she hit the dough, and she getting her makeup, and she's sitting over there doing her hair to that Donna Cherry. Yeah, she getting in tune with this game, man. She listening to, you understand me, the soundtrack, to a hoe doing the click clack, you understand me, on the track. Yeah, she getting in tune with the spirit of horn. She's getting consumed in that spirit. She got tunnel vision about seducing and reducing her trick tonight. That's the only thing that she thinking about. She don't want to be involved in no square ass conversations. She ain't trying to talk to none of her little square ass family members. She ain't trying to be a garbage can for negativity. All she want to do is sit up there, you understand me, and break the world for the world and bring the world back to a goddamn pimp. Consumed. So yeah, man, you know, when you possess, go ahead, baby.
So basically, she's just so confident that she know when she walk out this door, she's gonna go get this money. Period.
Hey, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. You know what I mean? The bitch, she calling them things which be not.
Yeah, knowing that she about to go out. Okay, the spirit of home, I get it.
Right. But look, check this out, baby. You know what I mean? We gonna sit up there and chop it at another time because we already over 3 hours and shit.
I'm done.
We did. We
right,
close to
real,
it.
Y'all.
All right, baby. Thank you.
See y'all in time. All right.
All right, baby. Yeah, bro. Go ahead. You know I ain't working with too much time. Go ahead. Give your information if you tell them.
Yeah. So of course the YouTube information is Freezes It, as y'all already know. Freeze, FREEZE IZIT. You know, and I got the Patreon going. If y'all want to follow me on Patreon, I'm about to put it in right now in the comment section. You know, and y'all can subscribe there if you wish. And those are really the two best ways to reach me right now. I have Instagram. I'll put that in the chat as well. Even though
I've
I'm
already
not
done
really
it.
active on Instagram right now.
I didn't put all your shit up in there, bro. Oh, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, for sure. Nah, yeah, then it's all good then.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I hope that you felt the spirit of pimping and hoeing, you know what I mean, through this motherfucking, YouTube. What's the spirit of hoeing? Yeah, that unseen reality that manifests itself in matters that's seen. Remember that. An unseen reality that manifests itself in matters that's seen. So no, you can't see the spirit of hoeing, but you gonna see that. You can't see it physically, but you gonna see it, you understand me, when that hoe walking up and down them streets, getting in and out of them cars. I hope you guys live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. Everybody stay blessed. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe. We out. Love.